smell of bag.
That is a bag smell. Okay. Yeah, and it's the second night that you're in town, and I think it is nighttime.
Yep.
Yeah, sign of the wolf spear inn. And I forget if you had peasants monitoring like the steps leading out of the hall.
Mm-hmm.
You did, okay.
My peasants are just enjoying
Life.
Enjoying the bar.
Yeah, I didn't connect that we were the peasants.
We are peasants.
We are peasants.
Mm-hmm.
Art wants me to know that.
We are peasants.
Okay.
Old dong for sure.
Old Dawn.
Old dong. Yeah, old dong, young dong.
I heard that. Strong dong.
Strong
Strong
dong.
dong.
Strong dong, weak dong.
Young Dawn, yeah.
So, what do we want to get out of this scribe?
So, when he comes, we're gonna
We're gonna grab
No. We're gonna surround him.
and muffle him.
We're not
And
gonna
there's so many of us.
We're not gonna lay our hands on him. And we're just gonna tell him that we want to speak privately in the filthy bar, whatever that was called.
That's where he's going, right?
No, he's going to the good bar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We want to go to 3 Rack.
Yeah.
Didn't he specifically say that's like a bad establishment that I don't think he would be in favor?
Somebody did.
Right, but that's why the implications.
Yeah, the implication.
So you said we won't lay our hands on him, but what if he resists?
Yeah, what if he just says, why would I go with you to that bar?
I mean, what if he just says, guard?
Well, that would be a very bad idea for him.
Because then...
And I think he would know what would happen.
So surrounded by peasants.
Yeah. I mean, Ovum's going to have his 4-pound sack of apples ready.
Yep.
So.
Okay. He, well, Thomas is the only one who spoke with him in person.
Mm-hmm.
Which character was it?
Bailey.
Bailey, okay.
The beetle.
Okay, Beetle Bailey sees the hooded figure. You recall him wearing like robes, and you see he's got his hood up, and he's coming down the steps from the feasting hall. And map here. Yep, he's descending. He's descending the steps, and then it's a little bit of a left turn, right turn before it straightens out, just following the curvature of the hill until he comes back down to the town square for his destination of the Wolf Spear Inn. And as he's casually walking, he's coming right up, just about to pass where you're waiting. He's just got his head down, seems to be minding his own business, not very aware of his surroundings.
Oh, scribe. Mr. Scribe.
Sigmund.
Subscribe.
Sigmund.
Yeah. He looks up and says, "Oh, you startled me." But
It's just me, Beetle Bailey.
is it just you, or is it like all the 15 other villagers like right behind like a corner or something?
I mean, I think we're all sort of in view.
But it's
Okay.
not obvious that we're connected yet.
Right.
Okay, so further down the avenue maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a mob yet.
What is it, Bailey?
Well, a mob.
I
clarified that.
was just heading for the inn to hear the bard.
Oh yes. I'm glad you come by. That bard is very good. But I actually, as a matter of fact, I heard there was a change of plans. He's performing at the Three Rats.
Oh, that is most unfortunate. That place is a dive, and that does great disservice to the word dive.
Well, in any event, you want to catch his show there?
No, I believe I will return to the hall. I will wait for him to select a more favorable venue. and he begins turning.
Got a swarm.
He's trying to turn back to the hall.
Gotta
Okay, you guys gonna press it.
close the net.
Okay, you do have to run from a little bit of a distance.
Everybody's swarming.
Why'd you scare him off?
Was that scaring?
He was going to come so that we were all around him.
That's why. That's what I.
You stopped him at the edge where we're all over here.
Well, I just picture the scenario differently.
Yep, and that's where you.
I pictured him turning around and you guys were going to be there. So.
Yeah, that's what I hoped.
Try and again, just try and give as much assistance to your actions with your description, saying like, "I wait until he's here to speak with him," because otherwise it's just competing interpretations, or you can just that'll always help, especially for peasants when you can't rely on set abilities so much. So I'll take a middle ground here that there's probably about 4 peasants that can cut him off pretty immediately, while the others are catching up a bit further.
Okay.
What is this? And I'll say that the 3 of you can each pick an one of your characters to be in the forefront, so you're blocking his way back to the hall now.
Ovum. Sack of apples.
Zoke will be there with his pitchfork and duck.
Leo's there with his hammer.
Beetle, who are these men?
I don't know.
I really think you should accompany us to the bar.
Okay.
They look like they mean business. You should listen to them.
Just need the sorry, it's been a there we go. Okay. One character can make the brunt of the intimidation. Anyone with a high personality would be best.
Sent the wrong dude in.
Finn. Well, is Bailey my man, or could I have another man there?
No, you have all 4 at your disposal.
Okay. Then.
Leo's
Finn.
got a 13, but yeah, he uses a 16.
Yeah.
What's Finn's occupation?
A forester.
Okay, this will be untrained then.
Is anyone trained in persuasion?
No, I mean, unless someone was like a criminal, like in their past,
I
for
thought
like
someone was.
intimidating.
One of his guys is a criminal of some sort, isn't he?
Yeah, I do have a criminal with me.
But that's not who you sent.
That's not who I sent. I sent a farmer.
Okay.
Do a criminal's
Then
job.
Thomas, you can make a D16 intimidate check and gain a +2 for the mob that's
I think
with you.
the 16 is this one, isn't it? Or is it this one? This is the 16.
This looks.
This is
What the hell is
16.
that?
I don't know what it is, man. Adam's got weird days.
Oh no, sorry.
Okay.
D10 +2.
That's a whole different story. That's
Can I add personality?
Yep, you add personality and
plus
additional
mob.
that's
+2.
one of these.
Alright.
Oh my.
9.
Okay.
Wait, is that a D10?
Yeah.
Got a 0. This is a 12.
He wavers, and in the time that he hesitates, more of your mob is able to surround him. And at this, he says, "Beetle, I have your word. I will not be harmed by this assembly."
No, this should be a purely peaceful transaction.
All right. Then I will go with you.
Alright.
Okay. You take him to the 3 rats.
One of my guys really wanted to say, if anything happens to you, Scribe, it happens to the beetle. The
It-
dark
uh,
one.
it
The
has-
dark
it has
one of
been
my
said.
characters.
All right. You guys go to the 3 rats. Yes.
Yes.
Time to get
Okay.
ready.
It's
Um,
like this one Scribe.
Your
It's
great
just-
mob makes its way down there.
it's gonna be a ruckus.
The 3 rats. 1d12 from somebody.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Well,
Got one at it.
2.
Okay.
Nice.
There's 2 patrons
It's quiet.
In addition to all of you, a barkeep, a serving wench, and the let's see. Gotta remember, it's like Master Bennett or something. Jenkins, yeah. Master Jenkins and his gang are also in attendance. So you all press into the tavern. The scribe certainly looks disheveled, and he also notices that the bard is not here either.
It's a lie.
Someone please explain to me what's going on.
Is there a back room here?
Do you just say that to no one in particular, or do you address it?
Address it towards the bartender, I suppose.
He looks over to Jenkins, and Jenkins nods at him, and he says, "Yeah," and he opens the door to a pantry area and gestures for you guys to enter.
All right, perfect.
The space can only fit 4 of you plus the cleric or the scribe. So you can all take one character out of that room.
I'll have Artemis go.
Okay.
I'll bring in Nouse.
Leo will be the
Not
one.
strong, dong.
Not strong dog.
I think strong
Yeah,
dog.
weak
Type
dog.
of-
Okay.
You got strong, dong.
I'll take Finn.
Okay. Alright, so the scribe's in there with the 4 of you.
We need you to help us rig the lottery.
If you don't want your names to be on the roster, you don't have to worry. You're not yet on the registry.
It's a little bit more serious than that, I'm afraid. First, a question: is the Mad Witch? Is her name in the lottery box?
I have written her name down, yes.
Okay, it's good to know. We need you to write it.
I am
We need you
quite
to write
glad
it.
that it has not been pulled yet. I fear what her reaction would be.
We need you to write it a lot more times. And I'll pull out the vellum and the ink and the quill.
Hold on. Why are you afraid of that?
She's
Crazy.
She has magical powers.
That's right. And she can kill the
Exactly.
wolf.
If she could kill the wolf, then surely she would have done so by now.
She doesn't seem to care.
We need to make her care.
We're gonna make her care.
People are dying.
You're gonna help.
Well, yes, but it's an injustice, isn't it? This lottery was set up to be a fair system.
This lottery is gonna end up killing off most of the town. This is a solution. The final solution.
Well, suppose you won't take no for an answer.
No.
Then let us set to it then. I suppose if she is capable of dealing with this creature, then yes, this will be one way of bringing her out to the floor, so I will do it.
Alright.
Here you go.
You have all the materials, I think, for him to...
Yep. Everything
okay.
the man needs.
Alright. Do you tell Jenkins about this?
Why?
What we're doing.
No.
Okay, he's leaning, he comes over to the doorway and says, "What's going on here?"
No, we're instituting the plan.
Oh, right.
I'll probably be needing your man's help in a little while. I think we only need to open the box once.
Oh, well, capital. You just keep me updated then.
Of course.
Okay. The scribe asked for a flat surface to write on.
Get on your knees, strong dog.
Dang it, I knew that was coming.
Okay, so you're putting your back out for him?
I guess so.
There's no table.
Okay. Well,
Can
not
we
in this
acquire
little
one?
side. I mean, you
I
might
guess
be able
we
to
need-
drag one inside of
Maybe
your...
a stool.
We don't want to make
No,
a
that's
scene.
alright. Just bend over.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right.
I actually have Metro. How wide is Metro?
How what?
Wide.
about
I mean,
as
I just
wide as
Why
bar.
do you have
How do you have mithril?
Yeah, what?
He's a dwarven
I'm a dwarven
smith.
blacksmith.
He starts
I have
with an
a piece
ounce.
of
You just have a
But
mouth.
that's like a little.
That's
Oh,
like
chunk.
a yeah.
It's not a plate.
Yeah.
Somehow I was thinking it was a very
Ounce.
flat.
1/16 of a pound of
Yeah,
metal.
that's
Yeah.
And he says, "It still isn't great.
We could probably get a plate.
Or a serving platter, a board of some kind."
That can't be that hard.
Alright.
It's fine.
Sloopy he'll get a serving platter.
Find him in the
Alright.
pantry going.
Yeah.
The barkeep says you can order a cheese plate and you can keep the board as long as you need to.
Okay.
Okay, so that'll be 3 copper.
Nice.
And that'll be like a passable dinner for the peasants.
No, this is Sloopy's cheese.
Oh, he's just gonna take it, tilt it back, and just scoop all the cheese into his. Okay.
That cheese.
All right.
Sloopy's
Then
cheese.
Sloopy is very
Sloopy's
well fed while everyone else is getting pretty hungry. So, with the serving board, the scribe is able to write much more steadily, and he says, "Yes, this is in my proper script now." And he starts writing. All right, how many slips do you want him to write of the widow's name?
I mean, as many as he can.
Okay.
I mean, he
many-
knows what they're supposed to look like.
Yep, he
How
does.
That's what I
people-
want.
Yep.
How many people are in the town? I mean, he would know.
About,
It doesn't matter. We're gonna use. Well, I don't think
You
we
want
have
it-
more than necessary.
You want it to feel approximately.
Yeah, I want it to be
right.
about the same that
Okay.
we have.
Then he'll write 275 times
Okay.
her name, which would take.
Yeah, that's taxing.
Yeah. Okay, well, we don't care.
And do we have to cut in those strips too? Or they already cut? Are they pre-cut?
We'll say you're cutting the strips for him.
Yeah,
well,
we're
but
doing that.
somebody needs to have a cutting implement of some kind.
Sloopy's got a knife.
Okay.
Owen's got a knife.
Okay, and then a straight edge to make the cuts.
I don't have no
An arrow?
Straight as an arrow. That's
Yeah,
what they
that'll
say.
work. That'll work.
Nice.
Okay. So let's crunch the numbers here.
He's here all.
Okay. 4.5 hours later,
This is awesome.
he's finished.
Good.
His wrists and hands are just stained black.
Better than stained with blood.
Indeed.
You've done a great service to this town. But you can never tell anyone.
If this plan goes according to plan,
No one has to.
well, I don't know, you probably don't want credit, but we could credit you if you want.
I mean, who are we going to tell?
No one. Just let the good deed be
I mean,
done.
once it's done,
Let the good deed
we should ride
be
in
done.
and claim.
That we... I mean,
It depends
but then the witch is probably going to still be alive.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're right.
And she's
Yeah.
going to murder all of us.
Alright, so we won't tell anyone.
Nope.
This
Right.
goes
No
to our
one
graves.
will
I
This
will,
goes to this goes to your grave!
He says, since,
Otherwise the witch will come for you.
oh, well, your secret is safe. And he
Trust it.
he orders, well, he thinks about ordering something, but then decides to just leave anyway.
Are you?
So he intends to leave, I should say.
The Beatles like.
Well, you have helped us. Do you want to stay around for some cheese
Want to hang?
as a sign of good faith?
See the one over there? He,
Oh,
she's
yes,
just
I,
covered in cheese.
I will accept. I will accept a small dinner as compensation.
All right. I will order the cheese.
They only serve cheese.
Yeah, and all of you are getting pretty hungry, so you'll want to get a round of dinner for everyone except Sloopy.
Make it
So,
2
He's
cheeses.
getting pretty full.
yep. So 15 dinners.
Oh,
If you go, you're at like the ratty place.
Oh,
so
Rad meat.
Yep.
Oh man.
So let's just say that'll be 15 copper amongst all of you. Can you afford that?
Is
One
that
copper.
one
apiece.
each,
One apiece.
and 1 too.
Bird has any.
I have no copper.
I'll pay your. I'll
Okay.
pay yours.
You have 4 copper to spare for his
Yes.
characters. Okay.
All 4 of my guys.
Okay, and then everyone roll a luck die. Only result that matters is
D20?
I don't know. How do you roll
Is-
these?
yeah, it's a d20. Only result that matters is 2 or less.
4.
Crit.
Right? Okay, sorry.
D20.
No, right here.
What are you
D20.
Doing
Don't
Oh, there's like 4 of them right there behind my hand.
crit.
Not.
We roll a
Okay, good. Crits are out of the way. Now you're ready to.
On this.
Yeah. Okay.
Cheese.
All of you,
Yeah, it's Sloopy's luck to how you feel.
all of you
about
are well sated, and no one has food poisoning or any toxins.
that's why.
Yep.
Sleepy's
That would have been a good way.
It is a risk to eat here.
Oh, yeah.
For certain. Okay.
Okay.
But it is the cheapest way to get a full meal, so that you're not malnourished or hungry starting the next day. So. Okay. The scribe is off on his way then.
Good. Now Jenks needs to hand over his man.
Ah, yes, it is time. And since you paid in advance, in good faith, I will offer you my best lockpick.
Nice.
Alright. Oline, you're up. And it's a dwarf. Well, not a dwarf. Well, yeah, we'll say it is a dwarf.
Like a human dwarf?
No, it's we'll say it's a dwarf.
Okay.
Female dwarf who
Nice.
takes her hand, gets her fingers nice and limber.
Gug's looking at those fingers.
Okay.
Two of my guys are too.
She grins at Gug and says,
Oh my god.
alright, point me in the direction.
Gug is not nicknamed Strong Gong.
Town square.
How are we gonna?
The middle of
How are
town.
we gonna be
The
unnoticed?
middle of the night.
I
No
assume
one's
not
there.
all of us should.
That's
go.
her job.
Yeah, that's her job to not be noticed. Once it's open, then we slink in, we grab everything, we dump all the other ones off.
Do we all go?
Why would we all go?
So each, a couple of us go?
Yeah, one or two from
At a delayed pace.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Like, so it seems like a dead drop.
Yeah, right.
I like this.
And then we need to burn all of the
Old
legitimate
names.
Yeah, the old names.
Okay.
Make way for the new name.
Makes sense.
Okay. So who's all going to the box? Obviously you have Oline who's going to pick the lock for you.
Sleepy.
I always want to send Sloopy. But no, I need this plan to work. I'll send Gug.
I'm like Grayson, like, which one of these can be hung for high crimes?
What's my most expendable character?
I'll send Poe the beggar.
Oline suggests that no more than 2 go with her because a group larger than that would draw attention.
Well, your criminal should go.
Yeah.
I don't want him to die, but I'll send him.
We're not gonna die.
Anything could happen. My criminal.
Right, so-
house goes.
Who's your
Don't
quickest?
you have an
man?
outlaw?
I have a beggar.
I have nobody quick.
Outlaw and the
That's my
beggar
one
should go.
spot that-
Oh, it's just you with the outlaw?
Yeah, I have an outlaw.
Okay. Alright, then the outlaw and Gug.
Alright,
Okay.
there we go.
You get to town square, a short walk from the 3 rats, and Oline goes, yeah. Seems now most nights before a lottery, they post a couple of guards, and she gestures, and sure enough, the lockbox is being watched, and she says, maybe the 2 of you could just buy me a few minutes. Pull the guards' attention away.
We need to pull their attention away enough for both the lock to be picked and for us to stuff the box.
Okay, well then I guess one of you will have to distract the 2 guards.
Big distraction.
Do one of you have a pack of cigarettes you can just throw?
What?
Cigarettes
Weird.
aren't invented yet.
Metal Gear Solid.
We could start a fire.
Oh, great.
Arson. Somewhere.
It's
on
not a
the-
bad idea.
Somewhere close that they would
Cause
respond,
trouble.
but not too close.
I don't have any matchmaking equipment with me.
No, nor do I.
Oh, actually, would a fire just alert the entire town and like it would make it really difficult?
yeah,
to,
you're right.
to
Yeah, that might be too
Yeah, people be
alarming.
swarming through the square.
Okay, you just convince them then
Follow
that
me
someone's
down.
injured or something like that.
That could be me, says Poe.
You're not there.
Pulls out his crutchet. How?
It's just the 2 of them. Yeah, unfortunately, you and I aren't in on the plan. I have an
They'd
idea
have
that
to
they
come
could
back.
do.
They might only send one though.
I could.
That is true.
I was gonna say I could distract them like by throwing rocks at them, but I don't think they'd like that, and they might kill me or something.
But
However,
that could work to get both of their attention.
Yeah, it's antagonism.
I mean, you're an outlaw. You're quick and nimble.
This is my least.
the one character you
I think
wanted to
this
do.
is the plan. You brought it up.
All right.
This is the perfect plan.
All right. I'm gonna try to. My plan is to circumvent the square, get like on the other side of the guards, and like pelt them with pebbles and rocks,
Oh my god.
and like get ready to run.
I mean, if you had to expend one character so we can do this, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I got
What is it? Is it your favorite?
It is.
And you better be lucky.
I'll try to get like I'll try to make sure that I have. I'm gonna try to travel along a route that I can like backtrack from and like maybe run into different direction through. That's my hope.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up pebbles and cobbles along the way.
All right. So you don't have a sling. You're just throwing it at them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be whiplashing rocks.
Okay. That'll be like a D3 subdural damage if you land a hit.
That's a subdual damage.
Yep.
Roll damage.
Subdual.
I think you have to roll the. Does he have to roll a d20 for a hit first?
Hold on.
It just hits every time.
It just
Magic missile rock.
No.
I mean, you only really have to hit like one.
I do. I
You
just
don't have
gotta
to
get.
hit everyone.
I just gotta get both their attention somehow
Yeah.
without them calling for.
I mean, in a way, even if you miss, you'll get their attention from.
Shout like, "Suck dick, pig!"
Just
Wow.
really make sure.
That's belligerent.
Yeah,
That's
he's an outlaw.
Yeah. That's true.
Well, I'll survive. I would hope by not getting caught.
I mean, you might have to like climb the wall and go outside the town for the night or
Thank
something.
God, get wolfed upon.
No, the wolf. He only takes the sacrifice.
I knew I should have taken it upon myself to find the hole in the wall I asked about if there was one.
Yeah.
Back when I asked if there was any holes. In the
Phil,
wall.
was one of these characters outside of the gate?
It was Dobbin, but he's doing who knows what.
Dobbin's still out
Do you have
there.
a character named Dobbin?
I do. My elf ranger. I named
One
Dobbin.
of those guys
Why is he
was
still out there?
easily.
He's not still out there. He was.
Okay.
Oh,
Since you're not even using a sling, eventually, so you're gonna throw the rocks.
Yeah,
At them?
I'm gonna
Alright.
shout some insult at them.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, eventually, a pebble or two like hits them as you're calling out.
Bunch of
Oh.
your mother.
You're in trouble now. And they're. It looks like they intend to chase after you.
Well done.
I give a whoop and I start running.
Okay. Is this a human?
He is human
Okay.
from now.
All right. And then
Undead.
describe what's your ideal scenario for your retreat? Are you you're not leading the guards back to the main party or anything?
No,
you're
I
just
wanna
trying
lead
to
them-
lose them?
I want to both lead them away
Yeah.
from the square
Yeah.
for a good time and also
For a good time.
Wow.
Hey guys.
Outlaw. That wasn't part of the plan.
I like men.
So lead them away from the square. Step one.
Yeah.
Let's make one of them.
And if I can get them to follow me, if I can like just keep kiting them, if I don't feel like they're gonna catch me, then I'll just keep like alerting them to my location until like I feel like I've gotten a good distance away.
He's just throwing rocks over his shoulder.
Uh-oh, you leaving?
Retrieving the beverage from the car.
Leaving and retrieving.
The bag. It just ruined him.
Yeah.
All right.
Like maybe after a couple minutes, if I can keep pace away from them, then I'll stop goading them. Or if they seem like they're catching me, then I'm gonna genuinely just try to lose them instead of
Okay. And you're going in the opposite direction from the rats.
Yes.
3 rats in. Okay.
Opposite direction opposite way from the square for certain.
Okay. All right. You start running.
Yeah.
They're in hot pursuit.
Maybe I won't need to guide them. I'll just have to run for my life.
These are not the Thanes. They're just some town sentries. Maybe some of the or maybe they pull some from the Night's Watch on the palisade to keep an eye on the lockbox. So they're chasing after you. You come into let's see. I need to find my location references. Yeah. Okay. You come over to the blacksmith area. There's a few homes around here. It's still mostly derelict. You can so you're running away, and then you can kind of go left or right as this area opens up.
I'll go right.
Okay. As you do so, the guards continue chasing you, and you come to a close kind of half circle of pressed together homes where there are no alleyways or anything of that nature. And it seems like they will be able to corner you very quickly.
This is undesirable.
Kill yourself.
Save the planet.
They'll never take you alive.
Is he bun hamstrung?
He's cornered, so metaphorically hamstrung.
Yeah, so there's 2 homes, 1-story homes, a barn house, and the blacksmith. And yeah, very little room to like maneuver between the buildings.
Climb like you've never climbed
There's a
before.
barn house, though, you said.
Yep.
All right. Are there any entries to this barn house?
Yeah, there's the large barn door.
Large barn door. That sounds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
these
probably
are-
have to go like.
Yeah. Are there any of these houses have windows?
There are no like open windows, just doors facing the street.
All right. You said these look derelict.
No,
No, they
you're
don't.
just this. There was nobody walking around outside, but that doesn't mean it doesn't mean the houses are uninhabited.
All right. Well,
Those who impede the Jarl's justice get a thrashing.
we can talk about this.
All right. They
I think they're gonna talk.
okay.
You're gonna listen.
I can hope.
So we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh no. Oh no.
Today.
I make one more
So
plea.
why are you not involved in this?
Because
Nope,
he's.
this
I'm doing
he
the
was the
lockbox.
distraction.
He's a distraction.
Yep. Okay.
That makes sense.
All according to plan.
I have so did you roll your initiative die?
Oh shit! What's my initiative die? Is it D20?
D20 modified by your agility.
Excellent. 4.
Okay.
Outlaw has a negative agility.
I have a sword, but no possibility of winning.
Remember, you can always burn luck.
Oh yeah.
Burn it.
Get rid of my luck.
Burn it to the
They
ground.
come up to you with their clubs. And one gets into melee range. He's
Oh wow.
gonna swing at you.
He'll do it.
What's your armor class?
My armor class is 11.
Okay.
Oh, man, this is good too.
Is it? Is 11 good?
I have 9s and 10s.
Sloopy has
Alright.
7.
There you go.
Okay.
You have a 12.
This guy is -1 strength, so is -1 strength mod, so he deals 2 damage to you with the club.
You're dead.
No,
Oh,
I have 4 HP on this guy.
Oh.
Big, oh man, that would have been a good one.
It's doing what it
Oh,
needs
and it's
to do.
subdural maybe.
No.
Is it?
A club?
No club. Club will kill you.
Club will kill you.
He's ready to do the girl's business on me.
All right. The other one, he was closing in, but now he's kind of hesitating. He was expecting you to be dropped by then.
Yeah.
Feels that you might be more, so he takes a defensive stance.
I whip
It's
out
your
my
turn.
sword.
Oh, you have a sword?
Yes.
Oh man, naked steel. This poor militiaman's never seen the like of it. All right. So there's one in immediate melee range and one that's 5 feet behind him, kind of like warily regarding you. So it is your turn.
You gotta stab the life out of that one.
steel.
I don't want to. Of course, I want to murder him. I'll.
Yeah.
I will. I will attempt to.
You're an outlaw.
I'll attempt to stab him in the body.
Yes, oh yeah. Stab his body.
Is it just D20? I assume it is.
Hard body.
How do I burn luck?
So
you
what's
burn
your
it.
luck
10.
score? All right, you have up to 10 points of luck you can burn,
I would like to.
and
burn
that directly translates to plus to a certain roll, attack or skill.
plus how much?
Per point of luck.
Per point. So what was your actual roll, technically?
6 modified by either -2 strength or -1 agility.
So
So you're at a 4.
I don't know what is
5.
hit to hit. Is that?
what kind of
It's
weapon
always strength
It's
for
a
melee.
short sword.
Oh, yeah.
It's strength.
Well then, I have a 4,
Yep.
so I can
You
go
have
up
to
to
burn
14.
like
All
7
of
or
it.
8, yeah.
All of it.
What are the odds he has that much AC? You'd
Well,
like-
what are
you'd
they
like
wearing?
12.
Well, base is
Well,
10.
I imagine, couldn't he,
Yeah, base
each time
is
he
10.
burns it, can he ask? Or does he have to say a certain amount? How does it work?
No, it's a one-time burn.
Oh.
You can't go piecemeal until he says, "Oh, okay, you hit him."
Right.
Well, let's see. I got 4.
What is he wearing?
They're wearing I was gonna say
They're wearing leather armor.
They're wearing leather jerkins.
Oh, leather jerkins. I have leather armor, and that gave me quite a amount of
You don't know
so
agile
I think
so
you have
too.
to burn 7 or 8.
yeah, I'm gonna try to burn.
At least 8.
Yeah, 8's gotta be safe. I'll burn 8,
Yeah.
so that puts me up to
A 12.
12.
You can roll damage.
Oh,
That works out.
D6. 3.
Okay. Were you slashing, stabbing?
What was a stab?
Okay. You right through his jerkin.
What have I
You
done?
see blood just welling up, pooling out of his lips.
You're gonna be executed now.
As he falls off of your sword, he collapses to the ground.
Alright, I make a mad dash for the other man if I can.
Man, just going in for the
double
kill.
murder.
That's awesome. Well,
There can be
I
no
mean,
witnesses.
you only get 1 action die around as a peasant. You can move into melee range of him if you want to do that.
But he will be in melee range.
You'll be
It's basically you're gonna have to take 1 attack from him before.
I will do so because
Okay.
to lose him would be a terrible loss.
Okay. Your armor class is
11.
11. His short sword or his
Short
club.
work
His
of
club
you.
narrowly misses.
Wow.
Oh no!
Oh!
Okay, it's your turn.
I'll go for the kill.
Not much luck.
No, you are unlucky.
Ooh, big roll.
14.
Okay,
Nice.
roll damage.
Don't fuck
Kill
this
one.
up.
No
Don't
luck.
fuck this up though. Did you fuck it up?
3.
Okay.
Killed both of the militiamen.
Ugh. I quickly wipe my
You
sword off
almost
of his
survives.
man and make a retreat into the night.
Okay, that character alone gets 2 XP.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Nobody knows what that means.
Slowly we'll get to level
Yep.
1.
He will.
Okay.
How much XP is needed? 10?
10.
Oline
Jesus.
stoops down, starts
Who's done nothing?
working on the lock. She's like, "You think he can handle those guards?"
Absolutely.
Okay. Opens the box for you.
Okay.
And just kind of steps aside for you to do your thing.
Alright.
Okay, inside of the box, we got a nice
His
description
luck didn't
here.
run out.
Not quite. It's at 2. Wait, so what's that modifier now?
What
It's like
happened if
negative
you-
4.
I don't know if the
Luck.
modifier changes.
I don't think
Negative
it's
3.
Actually,
so
the modifier
it's
might
like
change, but
-3.
you're starting like the luck.
That never changes. The modifier does change.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You are probably at -3 luck.
Wait, so my luck doesn't change, but the modifier? How the fuck does it?
No, your luck score has changed permanently.
Okay, and the modifier also changes.
Yeah, but what luck affects does not change.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yep.
Wouldn't
Well,
a 2 be
what is
like a
2?
-4?
Feels like it.
I thought -3 is the lowest, but let me
Yeah,
check.
I don't think they
Does it
show.
account for it? Because normally you'd have at least 3 because of 3d6 or whatever.
I'm just gonna say it's -3 for now. I'm
I will
not
take that.
interested in.
I am agreeable.
Okay.
Who's got the highest luck of any of us?
Sloopy has 16.
Burn it. He's got so much to burn. And
He will never burn it.
He's always has that luck.
No, I actually have 3 guys with 12.
What if you run out of luck?
Okay.
What happens?
You die.
Inside of the lockbox,
You're
as
cursed.
it opens, you see that there's a very small box just beneath the slip up top, resting above where all the other slips of papers are piled beneath.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What's
Right
it?
now, that small box is empty, but you see tons of other all what you'd expect right below that box.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna fuck with the little box. But
Okay.
I need to take all the other sheets out.
Okay.
Stuff them in a sack.
All right. Do you have a sack?
I don't know.
All right. Then you
I have 10 pounds of stone. How am I carrying that?
Gug has the 10 pounds of stone.
Yeah.
Are you gonna give up that stone?
And how do I have all the other slips?
Okay. We'll say.
Carry it like this in your hands.
The stone.
No, the
You're-
flips.
It's as if you're holding them in a stack.
Yeah, that's feasible. You've got a stack of them like this.
240.
The noon one.
The new one.
The ones you're ready to put in.
Okay.
Yep.
And what about the stone? What is that doing?
We'll say, yeah, that's in a knapsack that's attached to your back.
Just hide your neck and dragging you down.
Just dump the stone out.
Little spine.
It's on
This
the
is the
ground.
prequel to
So
the
then
List
I'm
Plan.
Shove the old names in the sack.
Okay. That'll take about 1 minute to get them out from all the corners and such.
Yeah.
Roll a luck die.
Oh, you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it.
Is this modified by luck?
Yes.
16.
Gug's
Oh
luck.
my god.
Okay.
Gog's
No
luck.
one comes. You've gotten all the names, and you can put your new names in if you like.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
And then close and relock it.
All right. She shuts it. Relocking. It's gonna be a bit tricky. Got it. You're all good to go.
Okay. Then I'll pick up what stones I can.
She helps.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we'll
You
run
guys
off.
scurry back to
Yeah.
the
These two
3 rats.
dwarves. I can
Alright.
imagine.
What's your plan?
Well, how covered in blood am I?
You stabbed both of them. Not terribly.
Okay.
Let me predict. Every time Phil does this, when he gets in trouble, he always returns to the group right away. So
Well, we are at the 3 rats, which is the most logical place for him to
Yep.
go.
I feel like
Your sword is covered in blood,
I try.
and there's some splatter like on your wrist and sleeve of your dominant arm.
Okay. Well, I don't want to be in society wearing these,
But what
being
else?
bloodied. But there's a few options.
where do we belong?
Well, he's going to. From just having walked around town, does there appear to be any way to get outside of town, like hop the wall from the inside?
Oh yeah, there's areas where the wall is lower that wouldn't be too difficult to climb and just head over the side.
Okay, he's gonna try to do that.
It will require
Find a
a
new
climbing DC.
Climb DC.
Yep.
We're gonna go for it. He's gonna make it
Okay.
an outlaw.
He's an outlaw?
I'm an outlaw.
Okay, I'll say you've climbed over walls before. That's something that outlaws, so you can make a trained check on it.
Yes. Train. Does that just mean
You get a D20.
Yeah. All right.
Otherwise, you'd have a D10.
What is wrong with
I'm
you?
just bad at life.
You wish you had D10.
Better
4.
burn some luck.
4 minus whatever the heck. I have 2 luck to burn.
Fall on your neck.
Yeah.
You reach the top of the palisade and find that one of the wooden stakes is quite sharp. It impales you for a D3 damage.
All right.
Oh,
Let's see.
You might just.
2 out of 3
Nail
chance to
yourself.
kill me.
Yep.
It's perfect for Gug if you just end up dead on the
Oh,
palisade. Like case closed.
That was a really clean. There it is.
2, I'm dead.
But
Okay.
he
Very
can burn
clean
luck
wrap
to
up.
lower that, can he?
No, that's for a roll.
That's only
that would have been something I could have
Check.
tried to
That
do.
You would
would
have
on
need to
damage.
front load the
Yeah.
check, which
You,
was
you
a 10.
can't just be like, oh, that's what happens. I want to change it. You got
Okay.
Perfect.
You know you're so high on life right now. You just murdered 2 militiamen. you pleased the Gug with his master
Pleased the
plan.
Gug.
You please.
But it seems the palisade was designed for this in mind, and unfortunately you were caught in its trap, and you are helpless as you just lose so much blood on top of the palisade.
Perfect. Very well executed.
He was a criminal. It's what he
Okay.
had coming. Really, he killed 2 innocent men.
So he has perished.
Huh?
Big old X.
There you go.
1x down.
I should have
It's
sent the
all
farmer.
It's all up to Dobbin now.
Dobbin.
Dobbin will be the hero that nobody wants, but everybody gets.
Okay.
Okay.
With Dong, probably.
So
Dong.
Oline and Gug return to the 3 rats.
Yep. I need to burn the old names.
Oh. Well, there's a hearth fire that you could just kind of casually
just.
Okay. Eventually it gets a little smoky in here, and,
Yeah.
and the barkeep says, "Hey, what are you doing over there?"
Smoking.
I see no pipe.
Smoking hole.
Oh. Sorry.
Just order a drink.
Okay. That sounds good. Give me something hard.
Okay. He'll give you something hard for 1 copper piece.
Done.
He'll give you something hard.
That's the thing. Money can just make the
Yeah.
suspicions go away
It's all
in a
good.
place like this. Okay.
Everything went okay.
It's all good.
Where's
Although
the
there was a little box in there. I don't know. It was empty. I don't know what that was.
sounds like the bird's
It was just a small little box.
Yep, it was like, so you open it, and then right underneath where the little slit was, there was like a little box, and then it was resting on top of all the
Think
names.
the scribe knew about that?
Probably where the real names go.
Yeah, it seems like it's rigged. Someone
You
else is
just
rigging
put
it.
you just put you put a name in that box. So when you pull out, like, oh, he's pulling out of the box.
Who pulled? Do we know?
We didn't put
Who
any,
pulled-
put any names in there.
Do we
Yeah,
know
little
who
box.
pulls out of the box? The Jarl does, doesn't he? Or is it one of his?
He said it was a Jarl. He does it blindly, and then it's double checked by the scribe.
Yep, correct. Read by the town scribe and confirmed by Father Biakum.
They're all in on it. Well, if they draw a name that's not the witch, then we know they're all in on it.
But now the scribe knows, and if he's in on it,
Wouldn't he have said something?
Maybe he didn't really want to help us.
he was kind of he had no choice.
Maybe that's why he was relatively easy to convince. He was like, "Oh, all right, I'll do it."
Because he knows that won't matter.
So what's their scheme
But
here?
hold on. All the names were in there, right? The
Yeah.
names that he took.
I'm burning.
Just not in the little box.
Well, it's really we don't know yet, I guess.
Their scheme is that they put a new name in the box,
Of who
Or
they.
maybe they just
and then that's
Take
the
it.
one they pull out.
yeah, maybe a sleight of hand,
Yep.
To what end?
There's only one way to
so
know.
that they know, so they can control. So it's not fully random. So like they don't get drawn, for example, or something.
Or they can.
Why didn't they just not put their names in the box?
In case someone would probably
I mean-
cover their tracks.
You didn't have time to like inspect every
All
single
the names.
slip out in the public square, but
Mhm.
upon glance you saw unique names on all the
Yeah.
slips of paper.
Yeah.
What you weren't able to see was Jarl's name.
Well, I
Everybody's
mean,
name.
I have all the names.
Didn't you burn those?
Not all.
I mean, wasn't I looking at them?
You were smoking them.
I was smoking them.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I mean, there's really nothing for us to do at this point anyway, other than just
Wait and
see what happens if they draw
Well-
the witch's name or not.
I did technically pay for her to pick it twice,
You did.
so we could go back, take out the small box, and then really let things happen.
What happens if we take out a small box? Then somebody will know something's been done.
Yeah,
But they don't open the box.
and but they can't say anything, so otherwise public knows that they were rigging it.
Right. It's perfect.
Maybe there's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's a
Oli.
good idea.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Not
Need
a
you
part of it
again.
tonight.
Oh, I've already had two mugs.
You'll be fine. You're a
Little
dwarf.
fingers.
That's true. All right. What's the job?
That's the same job.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Take,
All right.
take time to charm.
Somebody else should go.
All right. Ralph will go.
All right. Perfect.
Ralph and Oli.
Ralph.
Oh, Raph. Okay.
All right. Just me, because weren't there. What happened to the other guy?
He hasn't
What-
come.
what-
he hasn't
what guy?
reported
That
in
went
yet.
with you.
Yeah. He hasn't reported in yet.
What happened to him? Or where did he go?
He distracted the guards and he ran off, and they ran off with him, and he did it perfectly.
No.
It's probably still
The
keeping
guards
him
never
busy.
came back. Well, that's good. Alright, hopefully they're not back there. What if I need a distraction again? Or you just want Aline to
Alright,
take it while I'm the distraction?
I'll come with you.
Yeah, that
if I
could
need
work.
to
Okay.
distract.
That works.
Every
Oh, wait, who's
distraction
coming
ends up dead.
Just with one other person.
I'll bring my beggar.
Okay.
You can act injured or something.
Is that Poe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Poe and Raph.
You go back into the square. It is deserted, save for one of the brothers of the chapel who seems to be looking at the box or in the area around the box with suspicion. And Oline says, "Oh, Can't do anything with the Silent Wonder over there.
No, no, we can't.
Maybe
Is
he'll
he
just
moving?
go away.
Is he just standing? Let's wait a little
He's
bit.
yeah. The chapel is one of the closest buildings to the lockbox itself, and so he's able to just watch it from right outside the doorstep, pretty much. And yeah, right now he just seems to be looking at it pensively.
Well, I'd say we wait a couple minutes in the shadows and see.
What time of night is it? Like how late is
It's probably a little bit past midnight.
Oh, pretty late.
Yep.
it? Does he not sleep?
Maybe not. It's a graveyard shift.
He goes back inside the chapel. All right, so
It must be quick then.
opening the box again.
Very quickly.
All right, she scurries over there.
Alright.
Keep an eye out for me.
You want to take the thing out or you want to keep an eye out?
What am I suited to? I'm suited for nothing.
Yeah, that's the point of the
Best
puzzle.
of zeros.
I'm probably better being up there if something would attack than you are.
Well,
Something.
alright, whatever. Yeah, let's keep watch.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm fully average.
Okay.
Fully average.
She opens the lockbox.
I take out the small box.
Okay, it's like it's kind. There's little like prongs. Yeah, so it's kind of like it opens with the roof. So you'll have to just kind of, if you want to actually remove the box out of there, you'll have to break it off, or you can just put a name in there if you want. It's
So
very simple to put
It's
a name.
attached to the roof of the box.
Yeah, it's like it. So like you open it and it's on like little hinges so that it like comes up with it, and then yes, above all the names. So pretty much you could always put something through the slit or the little slit inside, and it'll always drop.
Well,
in
if
the
they
small
try to
box.
put a fake name in there, so this is a discussion we would have. Cause
Yeah.
you would have known this.
Yeah,
In the end.
yeah, you can read this.
If they put a fake name, we have a 50% chance.
If
that
you only
they'll
put one
hit.
name in, you could put like 5 sheets in there.
Sure,
They would feel.
but they might feel that.
But again, they couldn't say anything if they did.
That's true.
Yeah.
But if they're all in on it, they could just all.
I
agree
mean,
on
I
the
would
name.
prefer it to be gone,
Okay.
but if that's like
Time consuming.
or too difficult or would break the box.
I don't want that. And we already know. I mean, we do now. This is.
What's
this
your
is that
intelligence, Merton,
on
of
this
that
guy?
character?
What's your
11.
Okay, you can tell it would be a simple matter to break it off.
Okay.
You wouldn't be able to conceal that the box is gone, obviously, like if they looked inside, but you'd be able to just take it out, no problem.
I feel like that's what we want. Because either they have to say something happened and out themselves, or they pick the witch.
Mhm.
I'll break it off.
Okay. It's easily done.
Okay. Alright, lock it back up and let's get out of here, Oli.
Okay. Just as she finishes relocking it, Father Biakum comes out of the chapel and says, "Oh there! What's going on?" And he's striding towards you with his brothers in tow.
So what's the situation? Are we all who's all staying there?
Depends who went with
Group
Olim. I
Just,
think.
it's just me and Raph and Oline.
Okay. So he says, "Oh yes, the newcomer and one of those ilk from the Three Rats. What business do you have here? Were you tampering with the lottery box?
Of
A
course.
grave sin."
Huh. Who here doesn't have sin? This whole city. Wow.
what a
I'm not
counter.
city-wise. You told us yourself that's what the trouble with this whole city is.
He says,
We were actually looking for one of our friends. He disappeared.
"I don't
And this
believe
was
you
the
for a
last
moment."
spot. This was the last spot he was.
So he too is under suspicion.
Well, yes. That's why we're looking for him.
Well,
It's late. We were worried that maybe he got himself into some trouble.
Well, we will call.
He was an outlaw in the past.
Of
He
course
was
you-
reformed, but you know.
Yes,
But
I'm
you
not
know
sure
how
about
that
Every word
goes.
from your mouth.
We're just gonna dump every crime on your head.
Remain here. I will summon the Thanes.
Okay.
Okay.
Like they're gonna stand there with us.
One of the Silent Brothers, goes scurrying off, while the Father Biakum and his other monk are staying with the two of you.
Okay. And Olene, how is she reacting to all of this right now? Nervous? Did she get the thing relocked?
She did.
Is she
Okay.
scared?
Well, I want to know if she didn't, then it would be more suspicious. I mean, we're just looking for somebody. I don't know what you want of us. What are you
want
holding
of
us
us?
here for? What
I
do you
believe,
Everybody
I
sins.
believe you tampered with the box.
What do you? What proof?
You could have slipped something in.
What?
Slip the knife in him.
We're not even. Our names aren't even worthy to be put in there. Why would I slip something in there?
We will investigate, and you will remain here.
You're dead.
You will not escape
You're
sooner.
dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead.
Where's
Okay, you see 4 Thanes coming down the hill from the Great Hall.
You're dead. You're dead. It's over. Maybe they won't notice
I
anything.
Sent the wrong people.
They're not not fighters to fight Thanes. Pretty much, you have to say it very loudly if you want to live, run.
To a leaf?
Yeah.
A leaf?
Well, and him, who's they don't know.
Oh, don't yell at me.
No, I'm
You're
saying,
there
I'm
too?
saying it loudly.
You're there too?
No. He
I
was the
I was
lookout,
supposed to keep watch.
Oh, I see. So
but,
you're just.
but from the other side
Yeah.
of everything.
Okay.
I like to walk.
Alright. Olene kind of like shoves you into the priest. So you're like, oh!
Of course.
And she sprints off in the opposite direction.
I figured that. Yeah.
And by the time he collects himself and the Thanes arrive, where's that blasted dwarf? And he can't see her, and he says, "You." And
I tried to run.
oh, you're gonna try to run
Oh
too?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, if I knock him down, I guess.
If you kill the only one of them that can speak.
That's actually a really good idea. Yeah.
Is
Just
it?
start strangling
No, I would
I
run.
don't think so.
Why not? Then at least no one would tell, like,
The brothers
They
should
would-
be
they would
silent.
stop-
If he
stop.
kills him and he gets away,
well,
Yeah.
Then yes,
it would
it's good.
stop the investigation on the box.
them. Maybe.
but there'd be he would be killed.
He will be anyway.
Sacrifice yourself.
So you're just running.
Running.
Okay. Where are you running for?
Not the 3 rats.
Okay. Opposite direction of the 3 rats?
Yes.
Palisades. Only way out.
I'm jumping!
Line of
Everyone
bodies
goes
on
to
the
the-
palisades.
You will never escape.
Never escape.
You have
You're
to
designed to
run across
keep
the
people in.
palisades. You see, oh, there he is.
Okay. You outpace the father.
Okay.
He's older.
And the things were still pretty far away.
Yeah, they were coming down the hill
Okay.
from the Great Hall. You could see like the moonlight glinting off their polished armor.
Of course. Which also makes them slow.
Yep. Are you just trying to break line of sight
Yeah.
on the good father?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you can attempt to just try and outrun him,
Okay.
which you may do with a strength skill check.
Alright. That's a D20.
Yes.
3.
Okay.
Better burn some luck.
Well, I guess how do I know? So it's some sort of a DC, but it's not like an
Yep.
armor check. So I
There,
guess
there's a DC 5, DC 10, 15, 20. Based
I'm
on,
basing it on how I think the father's sight is.
Mhm. And how quickly you can.
Would I win a tie, or would he win a tie?
If you tie a DC, it goes to the player.
It goes to the player.
Yep.
I'll roll. I'll burn 7,
Okay.
so I have a 10.
All right. You take some twists and turns. You do not know the layout of the town well,
No.
and this is a hindrance to you. But eventually, the father seems to discover something that he just starts going hysterical about, and that throws him off your trail completely.
Okay.
And
Jump the wall.
the pursuit of the Thanes go cold.
Okay.
We're gonna say right now you're just low between 2 like homes, like
Yeah.
just in like a little row.
Yeah.
And you hear like some commotion in the distance from near where you heard the father shrieking, but it seems right now quite peaceful around you.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, I think this is a situation of my guy will stay low for the rest of the night until.
Okay.
Or well, you said it's peaceful already.
Right now it's quiet in the vicinity near you. There's quite a commotion not far away though.
How far away is the wall from me? Away from the commotion?
Oh, you can see the wall behind you. The palisade kind of rises up. It's probably about 30 feet away. You'll have to like jump over a little property fence.
Of course. Well, I feel like he knew I was an outsider.
Oh yes,
Raph
he
knows-
recognizes
We are
you.
the most suspicious
Father,
people.
The
Yeah.
father seems like he claims that he knows everyone in town. You
Right,
recognize
right.
them.
So Raph's smart enough not to go back. So
Yeah, that was last week. I think.
Do you refuse your
I will
gift?
try to
You
jump.
might.
I will try to jump over the fence.
Okay. You're gonna try and scale the palisade.
Yeah.
Okay. You made it to the palisade.
Okay.
What's your profession?
A minor.
Minor.
I don't think that's gonna be
Yeah,
trained.
you're not gonna have it trained. You might have had to have crawled out of a shaft or two
Sure.
before, so you'll get a D10 plus 2
Okay.
from that, in addition to your strength modifier.
Don't have to crawl out of a shaft.
Yeah, roll a 6, 8.
Oh my god.
Okay. You clear it, but you see that your landing's gonna be rough.
Okay. Well,
Landing, bro.
30-foot drop.
It's not 30 foot, but you're gonna be rolling down an embankment, and it is a bit of a larger drop than you thought.
so the rolling is what I'm more worried about, not the fall.
Well, there's a fall, but then you're
Yeah.
gonna have treacherous ground beneath you. It's not like a nice
I
flat.
have a pick because I'm a minor.
So
I'm
are you gonna try to?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do.
Okay, that's I
Very
like,
cliffhanger.
I like that.
Stallone.
Make a basic melee attack against the ground.
Okay.
Normally you'd have like
Crit fail.
Oh, you're dead.
okay.
Our
Well,
girl's
it's
gonna
not
die
that,
one
I'm
by
gonna
one.
be-
and
yeah,
then
You
we
like
manage to
stab
get
your
to-
hand. Like,
You get to roll. Since it's an attack, you get to roll on the fumble table.
Oh, this could be even better.
your bladder explodes.
What kind of armor are you wearing?
Minor does.
Okay. Roll a d4.
Okay. 4.
Oh, bad. That's bad news.
Yeah.
Now roll D8.
All right. Well, the pick, kind of halts the momentum of your fall.
Okay.
In the process, it strains your wrist, and the head of the pick buries into the ground and snaps off from your handle.
Well, there goes my.
It can be repaired with 10 minutes of work, but it's useless as it is now. You'd have to reattach it, or you could potentially use the pick itself as a weapon. And
I will take it with.
your wrist is strained, so until it receives medical attention, you're going to take -2 on all attack rolls.
Alright.
But you did survive.
Okay.
The pick took the brunt of the fall for you.
Well, Raph is definitely going to be walking a ways to get away from here. Try camp, and we'll see how it does.
Okay.
That will be his night.
Do you have any... you wouldn't really have much survival skills.
No, I have a lantern,
Okay.
so I can walk for a while
Yeah.
with that. But
You can.
and I can start a fight. I obviously have the ability to maybe get a spark going, and
Are you a dwarf?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So all dwarves in my universe can have some knowledge of starting getting a fire going. They're always better at that. Yeah, you're able to find some kindling wood.
And I did
And you still have the head of the pick. Yeah. So with that, you can get a fire going.
Okay.
It is, of course, much more unsafe outside of the palisade for random creatures to devour you.
Of course.
So as you go to rest, it's a DC luck DC check.
Okay.
And you've just burned some?
I did.
Yeah, okay.
So
The mod will be worse now.
yeah. It's at a 5. What's the mod at a 5?
I think it's a -2.
Crit.
Okay.
Of course, that's the crit.
Yeah, nope.
That's a good crit.
This will have some benefit.
My guy just refuses to die. I'm like,
Can't die.
yours.
He
Just
can't die. My guy died.
impaled himself.
Impaled
I
himself.
assume
Yeah,
that
it
would
was,
have been my fate.
it was
but-
karma hitting him for stabbing those men in the stomachs.
Yeah. You got the first XP of the whole campaign,
Yeah,
and you
2
got
XP.
punished for it.
Got burned into the atmosphere.
Bring the average XP back to
But
zero.
you made the future of the campaign possible.
Okay. You're awoken just before dawn. Dawn.
Before dawn.
Yeah.
Just before dawn.
By a dwarven merchant.
Oh,
A fellow dwarf.
hello.
Greetings. Brave of you to camp outside the town. I hear there's a hound that's prowling around.
I like to take risks.
Ah, I see that. You seem to have fallen on hard times, friend.
I have. Yep.
I have come into some fortune lately,
Oh.
and it pains me to see one of my brethren in this state. I, of course, will not be staying here in Hirot, but let me get you something to get back on your feet.
All right. I appreciate that.
Gold.
Yeah.
We're throwing copper pieces around.
No, he says, let's see here. He's got like a traveling wagon. He goes up to his wagon and he rummages around in there for a bit and says, yes, this should do the trick. And he comes out and he's holding a war hammer.
Whoa.
Oh.
And he says, see if you're strong enough to hold this.
All right.
You're not.
What is your strength?
10.
Okay. Yeah, just barely.
Okay.
And he says,
I'm average.
says no dwarf should go walking around in such dangerous places without a proper weapon.
There you go.
Now, please join me for breakfast, and then I'll be on my way.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right.
You gotta hand that off to Strong Dawn.
He, you have a breakfast of poached eggs and sausage,
All right.
and a slice of ham as well.
Oh, it's a very good
Yep.
meal.
And he says, well, I'll be off now. Don't want to be causing too much of a commotion.
I appreciate everything you did, brother.
Take care.
You too.
Okay. And his wagon heads off back to the King's Highway.
This is the camp of the ones who have to leave the city. Is out here.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
So back to the three rats. Oline eventually returns. She looks haggard. Says that that prattling Father Biakum questioned us right as we were finishing the job. I let Raph take charge. I seemed like a capable dwarf.
Yep.
Well, he didn't do a very good job of things. He
Damn it.
just kind of stood around waiting for the Thanes to come down from the Great Hall. But eventually he encouraged me, trust me on this one. He allowed me to make a break for it, which I did. And I was able to get clear of that situation. And I'm not sure what happened to him, but we did get the job done, and I was able to relock it again.
He's dead.
But do you think the jig is up?
I didn't stick around, but that Father Biakum, he was suspicious. I mean, he'll probably insist on checking it, but I don't know. I don't know how they run this show. I was just doing a job.
Maybe we'll have to level with Father Biakum.
Now he doesn't have the key. The Jarl has the key.
It's Olim says that he always makes a show of producing the key, like out of his own vestments, showing that, you know.
The Jarl.
Yeah.
He's not going to wake the Jarl in the middle of the night. So if we get to the priest before the morning comes, we can still lock this down.
So what are we going to do with him?
Kill the priest.
He's going to have to die.
Can he be threatened?
He's a man of the cloth.
Unless he's corrupt.
You think?
He didn't
He's-
seem that corrupt.
You think he's gonna accept corruption from us rather than
We could
from the
slash
Thanes?
his vocal cords so he can join
Enforced
his
vow of
yeah,
silence.
yeah.
I mean, if we miss, he'll probably die if we do that.
Right. So
Which
you
is
know, it's a
fine.
horse
So,
apiece.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Will that affect the drawing? Like, will people grow suspicious if the priest is dead?
We're gonna blame on the outlaw.
Do we know for a fact?
We
that-
don't know what
we
happened.
don't
to the
know.
outlaw.
We don't know.
We don't know.
I mean, is it going to affect it any more than if he goes to tell the Jarl that it's been rigged?
No.
So I don't know what our other option is.
What if he just went missing rather than found dead?
How are we going to do that?
Kidnap him.
And keep him where?
Take him to the king's tomb.
Take him outside of town. Yeah.
They have guards.
Put sunglasses on.
Went off the rails there.
Yeah. Smuggle him out in somewhere.
Is there a well in town?
Toss him down the well.
There's a well.
What if we just put him in that 3 rats room? We just keep him in that room for a while.
I don't know if they're going to allow that.
Yeah.
That's a little different than taking a scribe back there who's not like he went there willingly. You know, it's not like he's.
Let's just kill him. Dump his body down the well. They won't find it for a few days until it starts to really stink, and by then this will all be done.
Okay.
Okay. Because the church is like right by the town square.
It is.
Perfect.
How do we get him out without the?
I'll show you on a map.
Silent goons seeing us.
So here's
We
the
might
town
exploit
square.
the goons.
That's the chapel right there.
And we're
Okay.
3 rats is there.
Perfect.
Wolf Spear Inn is there.
All right.
So you guys just.
Let's.
Yep.
Okay. So let's just send the most agile characters we have.
Well, don't you feel like we need most of us to do this?
Why? No.
Okay,
This is a stealth mission.
even with the
Doing
brother?
what with him?
Kill him. I mean, he's gonna be sleeping.
Oh, okay. So we sneak into that hut at night.
What hut? It's a church.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We
All-
slit his
all
throat.
of it.
With what?
Over him as a knife.
Okay.
We drag his body into the town square. Dump it down the well. Simple. It
What
can't go wrong.
Bodies float.
Yeah, but no one's looking down in
But
the
hold
well.
on, he says he was sleeping. This has to be done tonight,
that-
right? Because tomorrow was the drawing.
Yeah.
Aren't people
You
looking
think
down
he's
the well?
sleeping? Like he was like
We
he
don't
was
know.
just he was on the
You
hut.
think he's gonna be up all night?
Tonight he might be because like he saw someone tampering with it. He's running around with
Do you want to
veins.
jump him in the street?
I'm just saying I don't know how we can do this.
It seems difficult.
Alright, well, let's just find him.
All right.
Let's just look through the alleys and the streets and see if we can spot him. If we don't spot him, then he's got to be in the church. That's what I think. So I'm sending Ovum.
Okay.
Is Ovum very
Solo mission for Ovum.
agile?
So far, apparently,
Is he very agile?
he's got a 11.
My highest agility is 9.
My highest is 9 as well.
You guys are pathetic.
And one of them's the guy that's already.
I've got a 16.
There we go.
He's my favorite character.
That's the thing. That's the word. My best agile is my favorite character. But this might we might.
What do you think? If we went in the tomb, you'd all be dead. I'm protecting you.
Maybe the tomb is what we must do.
No, the tomb is dead.
We're just gonna get
A
to the end and
peasant's
be like,
life.
Is it
For
possible
me.
for no characters to survive the funnel?
Yes, but Sean would replenish us.
like finally time
So,
to go in the tomb.
Is
We have
Ovum
5
going to the
people.
town square?
He's
That's
gonna
it.
stick
What's-
to the
what's
alleys,
the
but he
overlay?
wants to see the town square. Yeah.
Okay.
Leo will go with.
Although, really, doesn't it make sense to go to the church first? And if he's not there, then we go on this
Well,
goose
I
chase?
mean, the church is at the town square, so I'm
so
just
we'll
heading
go
in that
past
direction.
it. Yeah, okay. Alright.
Leo,
Okay.
Leo goes with you.
And we can go to the church and just pretend we're there to some late night vigils.
And Poe, I'll send the beggar.
There you go.
He technically knows more than anybody else.
Yeah, actually, he saw. So actually, he would have been able to report back and say like, "Oh yeah, he chased him this way or something."
Okay. So you want a view into the town square?
Yeah.
Okay. You see, in the town square, there are 3 bodies that have been piled onto a wagon, and it looks like it's being prepared to make its way up to the funeral pyres near the Great Hall.
Okay.
There's a man with folded arms, wearing fine clothing, listening to Father Biakum going on and on about something.
Okay.
And there are 5 Thanes present, all standing with the man in fine clothes. You've never seen him before. He's nodding. You'll need to get in a little bit closer if you want to listen in on the conversation.
What are the downsides?
Get caught skulking in an alley near a crime scene.
Yeah.
At night.
What's your agility?
9.
9.
10.
Some over mission.
Yeah,
Mr. Agile.
Are you get a little bit closer?
Yep.
Okay. It seems that no one's really paying attention to you. You need to roll nothing. You get in as close as you need to.
So we're watching
believe-
you.
I believe they must have tampered with the box, the father says to the man. He says, I understand your concerns, good father, but rest assured, there is no way they were able to do this that quickly, not without your vigilant monks who witnessed no such tampering. Yes, I suppose you do know the best. Now just rest, good priest. We will keep guards stationed outside the chapel. We will keep a vigilant eye on the strongbox for the rest of the night. Everything will proceed as planned on the morrow. As you say, Master Rue. And 2 of the Thanes remain in front of the chapel. The other 3 head back up with Silaroo, and they're hauling the wagon with the bodies. You recognize the body of one of your companions.
Which one?
The one who got impaled on the spit.
Mouse.
Yeah, he is dead. As well as 2 of the town watch.
Okay. Well, I think we're all good tonight. We don't have to murder anyone.
Okay. You come back to kind of whisper that to him.
Yeah. So let's rest easy.
Okay.
Okay. Next day. Where do you guys sleep that night? I know where one of Mert's guys was sleeping. You slept at the Wolf Spear Inn on the first night.
Yeah.
You gonna go back there?
There'd be no reason not to go back there.
Okay. Okay. We won't charge you for rooms this night. I think the rate that was charged should cover 2 nights at least. I thought about prices, so if you stay again, I think you'll need to be paid, but we'll see what happens.
We're all gonna have homes by the end of today.
There's a bit of a buzz whenever you guys make it down to the common room in the morning, since it is the day of a new lottery, which means at high noon the pronouncement will be made.
Okay.
Mert, would you like to re-enter the town now that the gates are open?
I assume the father knew me pretty well, right? Like
Oh, he'd recognize your face, definitely.
Nothing you can do. Face has never been bigger.
I will go
That's the most sensitive.
try to like, so I know like when they were outside the wall, that was like the front gate, correct? So there was like
There's only
sentries. There aren't sentries all over the rest of the palace of the wall.
Nope. Really, they only watch the area of the gate.
So I'd like to stay. I will be by the wall on the outside, just like waiting for the time when all that town center. Like try to be on the other side of the wall where the town center to hear the picking, the drawing.
You will not be able to hear it from outside the palace.
Oh, really?
You will need to enter the town if you want to be. If you want that character to be present for that, or to hear what's going on.
And I could go through the gates, but that would be very.
Yep. You risk different factors depending on what way you go with.
I'll try to climb back in where kind of the area I jumped out.
Okay. Yep. You understand the contours of the stakes since you've had to brave it once.
Do this.
So you can give yourself a bonus +4 for this roll.
So
So
a D10 again.
yep.
Okay, that's pretty good. 11.
Okay. You climb back over.
Okay.
No one notices you.
Alright, and I'll try to stay. I'll try to get close enough, but I'll try to stay where it seems like it's. And I mean, and being watchful of any people walking. I don't know how this is gonna be. We've never experienced when the draw. If everybody comes, like a concert type of thing to the draw.
Well, it's gonna be very popular.
So I will try to stay hidden as best I can.
Okay. So we're gonna jump to noon for the drawing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get some good spots in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Everybody's assembled. The Jarl is present along with all the Thanes, Silaru, Father Biakum, the scribe. The rest of the town has showed up.
Even the witch?
No, she's not present.
There's not be a witch hunt.
Oh, yeah.
You may, yeah. Okay. And the Jarl says, we have distressing news. And he relates that 2 of the town guard volunteers among the best of you were slain in the night.
Oh my god.
Along with one of the new party, which I see are present here.
Oh
I mean, we're not all together.
No, but he recognizes some of them. He says, those who have not yet been entered, if you are still under the safety of the town, now your names must be added to the lottery.
no. Oh my god.
One of our esteemed scribe, Sigmund, is acquainted and will go around and add your names to the roster at this time.
What if we leave right now?
Then we die.
You may leave through the gates, but you are not welcome again until this crisis is over. I will give instructions to the gate guards.
We must put our name in.
Are you hidden still? As
Raph is, yeah.
maybe he'll have. Well, we don't know. The rest of us don't know. But
No one knows that Raph's there. He's made no contact.
I mean,
He's dead too.
the odds.
What are the
But-
odds?
The odds.
If
We have to do it.
yeah, the whole.
I mean,
the
I
whole
just feel
plan
like
is
it's
on the line.
completely biased to the names that are put in at the top. Because I don't know if they mix it all
Yeah,
up,
do they shake it up?
or if it's just like,
It's still like
oh,
if
look
they
at this
do,
name.
Yeah.
If they do shake it up at all, though, that's 240 of one name.
If they
versus-
shake it up,
yes.
then I would do it.
I think.
But
we-
I don't know if we know.
Why not just one of us stay? Just see what happens.
That's
But then the rest can never come back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the guards
Well,
will always
if-
give you
if-
trouble.
if
but
Did
Fine, go.
Jenks ever tell us if they shake it up?
I mean, what kind of system would it be if they didn't shake it?
I feel like people would be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
So I'm gonna assume.
How
they shake
often do just names get added in this way?
every
Like,
time.
But I mean,
If there would be-
every time there's new people.
They
what-
have to shake it up, I imagine.
I mean, I think we can
Okay,
ask
let's
them to shake
say
it.
they implemented
That's
this
fair.
system. 2
Yeah,
weeks
that's gotta
ago.
be fair. Okay,
I
but
think they're fair.
all right, will you allow your names to be added?
Yes.
yeah, we're gonna do
Okay. Then I
So
need
it's-
someone to roll a D100 twice.
it. Whoa!
Is that? We don't have an
2d10s.
actual D.
Just
No,
2d10s.
we don't.
You designate one as the tens and one as the singles.
You got one of them.
Yeah, that's the.
Another
And
one.
I
Yeah.
needed the
And
other one.
basically, you need
So
to
this
roll.
is the 100, and this is the.
You need to roll under 15 or under both times in order for one of your names to be drawn.
Oh, I have to roll bad.
Yep. So
In
just you
order
have to
for
roll
bad.
badly twice in order for it to happen.
You
So far, so bad. Keep
You
going.
stupid.
Keep going, Mert. Roll the second die. Okay,
God.
so the first one is
It's
4.
4.
Okay, so there's a chance one of your names could be.
It better be one of your guys. That's all I can say.
I want to appeal to reason.
Can we all burn luck?
I want to appeal to reason. This would be 15 out of 100 odds. No, it's not. You did 200.
Yep.
Yeah.
Should be down to 270.
Well, now
That's
how
15.
do we pick what number each of us gets? Because I'm gonna roll.
I determined that.
Oh, okay.
Better be one of yours. This
Better
is
be.
atrocious.
Wait, he could roll another
This is
0.
atrocious.
He could roll another 0.
That's
we
true.
could.
That would be 100.
Alright,
Better roll
1
a
in 10
0.
chance
You better
here.
roll a 0.
Motherfucker.
Okay.
Rolled a 3 and a 4.
And the whole plan is ruined
alright.
too.
God.
All of our effort, all
Odds
of
of
Mert's
this.
money that we stole.
All right.
Oh my god. What are the?
They shake it up.
Should be 1 out of 70.
The Jarl.
Why is I'll roll it again? Yeah, see, we would have been good.
Alright, dumb. One of your guys is dead.
The Jarl opens the box. picks up. What's Artemis's full name?
Artemis Wolf.
All right.
Artemis Wolf? Your name is Wolf?
How would he have identified himself to Sigmund?
Wolfenstein.
When we talked?
When Sigmund just went around and,
Oh.
and confirmed the identities.
The witch.
You guys probably
Oh.
shouldn't have had me roll.
Right, why would I put my real name?
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't matter.
I mean, he'd still be like, no, he's here.
Yeah.
You know,
How would he know?
He took it from you.
well, just what name did you give him? That's all I.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I mean, it's possible he might misplace you, but that will be the name that is drawn.
Yeah, it'd be Artemis Wolf.
Okay. Artemis Wolf, the Jarl solemnly holds up the slip of paper, has been chosen by luck, by ill fortune, that you will do for the good of the community what must be done.
I have a side question.
Yes.
After this, do those names all get taken out and replaced, or are they the next? They stay
Nope,
in
it
there?
won't need to be updated if newcomers don't come to town.
3 days from now.
Yeah, I know. That's what we're gonna do.
But Artemis is just gonna have to like escape the stones when no one's watching.
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
That
like
could have
that.
its own consequence if the beast is not
Say that.
satisfied.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's-
So he must be satisfied.
The Jarl, do you
Hey,
like step
for the
forward to
good
identify?
of the mission. That's what you told him about his favorite.
But that's
character.
Phil!
But it's
Phil,
not.
not me!
But it wasn't Dobbin. It wasn't. It was his one
This is
character.
me we're talking about!
Rest in peace.
Oh man, what are the odds? I can't believe Mert rolled that.
Yeah, you need to. You mean it was a
That's such bad odds.
85%
I don't know why-
chance it's good.
I was planning
Twice,
on only doing
so-
one roll. I don't know why I did both of
Yeah,
them.
but that was like, you had like a 92% chance of getting a good roll.
It was heavily favored to be the widow,
Yeah.
but it wasn't guaranteed.
Yeah, that was actually really bad. Can't believe it.
Luckily, we still have so many men yet to go to the tomb.
We're gonna need him.
We're gonna need 'em.
Artemis will shout out. This is bullshit. Everyone knows the Mad Widow controls the beast.
It's a good play.
Okay, there's some murmuring, but mostly a stale silence hangs over the crowd. And the Jarl seems distressed to see that it is a younger lad who is chosen. But nonetheless, he just waves for the Thanes to come to restrain you.
The witch is gonna see all of you dead. You fools!
Gag him! And that's the first thing they will attempt to do.
You're a gag man. All of them can't allow this.
I was gonna say, would Ovum
cannot
throw himself?
allow it.
Would Ovum throw himself on and say, "Take me instead"? Would they accept that?
And then he wrestles the wolf when it comes for him. and
Whatever.
sticks it in.
I think he would.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
think he
too.
would step forward.
Say, take me.
I volunteer as tribute.
If you are quite sure of yourself, it is a noble thing and a sad thing, but one that must be done.
My life is nothing without Artemis.
Well, thank you. And the,
Sloopy just stands in the corner.
yeah, he had it on Artemis. Now it goes to
No,
Odin.
it
Yeah.
couldn't have been Sloopy.
No,
It should be all of your characters, Mert.
no, of course. All right, so Ovum is taken by the Thanes.
We know only 2 party deaths isn't so bad so far.
We still haven't.
We haven't even
Hey,
done
yo,
anything,
okay.
Phil.
He's my strong dong, though.
Yep.
So strong.
All right. So Ovum's restrained. Also gagged.
I mean, can he pass his possessions off?
Of course.
Okay.
Oh yeah. This isn't like just some mob.
Yes.
Jarl doesn't want to give that impression.
I mean, he
that
did
it's just mob
volunteer, so
justice.
yeah.
If you're
Yeah. No, and he can take time, like, you know, if he has religious rites he wants to do.
I mean,
Yeah.
he just did it.
Okay.
How long does it usually, once the restraining, that the hound showed up?
Oh, it comes at dusk. This
Oh,
is known.
so
This is commonly known. So they'll get him out to the stones before duskfall.
Okay.
It is known, yes. You're there with your new Warhammer.
Yeah. That's what I.
Yeah. So let me tell you about your Warhammer. It's a D8 base damage.
Oh man.
And this is a Mastercraft Warhammer.
Oh my god.
This has +1 to attack and damage rolls.
Oh.
Where did you find that?
The merchant.
This was his luck crit outside of town.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, and then once, I mean, is anyone tempting to do anything, or are we watching to see what happens? Because otherwise,
Raph might be the one who goes out there and tries to break him off.
Oh,
Raph's pretty
break him
hopeless. He's kind of stuck,
yeah.
and he doesn't.
He's hopeless.
Well, I'm saying like
Why are you hopeless?
He's known.
I'm known,
No, you're
so
a
if
criminal.
I'm
You're
really,
the outlaw now.
I am kind of the outlaw.
Yeah, I mean, Father Biakum, he was definitely looking for you in the crowd, but
Yeah, I
never
figured
spotted
he
you.
was.
So okay,
So I will definitely, once everything, they get him up there and I see everybody leave, Raph will try to get out and
Okay.
go to see
well,
him.
eventually, the Jarl, his Thanes, will be on horseback with the assembly, who will be leading Ovum to the standing stones.
Sure.
At which point, Ovum will be tied with rope to the slab, which is in the middle of the stones.
Okay.
And at which point, the gathering will quickly withdraw, and then followed by the Jarl and his Thanes to retreat to the safety of the town as dusk falls.
Okay. Alright, Raph will...
I assume the peasants. Well, no, I shouldn't assume that. Did the peasants of the party wish to go along to see Ovum bound? To the
I will watch him.
Yeah, I'll watch him.
Sloopy
be bound.
okay. Okay, so I'm assuming right now Ovum isn't resisting.
No.
Okay, so Ovum has been restrained. The sun is lowering. It hasn't set just yet.
Sure.
Father Biakum says, a solemn duty, and the price has been paid. And he starts to escort the town back with the people going along, the Jarl and his men. And as with the previous instance, even if you're hanging about, no one seems to pay you much heed. Everyone's just concerned with getting back to town at this point.
Okay.
So whoever wishes to linger behind may do so.
Well, a very quick discussion if need be.
Sloopy's not staying behind. He already did
Is
that.
Ovum gagged?
Yep, and he's bound to the.
I mean, we could
Okay.
probably ungag him if we want to talk to him, right? I mean, does anyone
I
want to
hope
talk to him? Is he an orc?
He's a half orc.
Yeah, of course.
He's functionally human, but yes, he has orc features.
Just a hideous
Yeah.
man.
I never liked the look of him.
Wow.
We're just talking near him as he's
Wow.
gagged.
Wow.
Leo takes the
I
gag.
never liked the look of him.
Alright, so
Strong dog.
Strong Dog on
Strong
Gags
Dog.
Ovum.
Oh yeah.
He just did.
How much money you got?
I have nothing.
He's giving it all up.
What
Well,
do we?
Do you? Should
What
we
do
do
we do?
something? We could go back to where we belong.
Where do we
Just
belong?
leave this
Where
town.
do we belong?
We could face this beast now and see
Take
if
him
the tale
out.
is true.
He speaks for himself.
If this is my duty to protect the town, then I shall see it out.
Well, you heard him.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, I guess so. Do you have any other final words?
Keep Artemis
Yeah,
safe.
keep Artemis safe. That's it.
All right.
Alright, Leo tries to
It's
promise
done.
that.
All right. Re-gag him.
I never liked the look of him.
I don't feel that's
He'll look a
neat.
lot better when he's dead.
Would you prefer to be gagged?
His screams as the beast
No.
slays him.
Would not prefer to be gay.
All right, we'll leave him ungagged.
I can shout in defiance at the beast.
Zoke reverently ties his duck to the post.
Whoa. What the fuck? Ties your duck?
He has a duck.
Oh, you mean like an actual
Like a
duck?
live
Yeah,
duck.
like a live duck. Not, it's not a euphemism.
Right, okay.
No euphemism.
Why?
Just it's my last gift to you.
This way,
A duck
a
into
duck
the
can die
afterlife.
alongside you.
One last
Take
friend.
the duck into the afterlife.
It's like Egypt.
We'll watch you.
Alright.
Best of luck to you.
We'll head back.
Yeah. very unlucky.
Okay.
This-
So no one's staying behind
Yeah.
except Ovum.
Just over.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Sure.
the hound appears. Ovum is alone at the standing stones.
Got a duck.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Along with the duck.
With the duck.
It's never alone when you have a duck.
The hound approaches. It leaps up onto the altar with Ovum. And Ovum's just stoically.
He will shout, "I hope you choke on me, you piece of shit!"
It will attack Ovum.
Yeah. It's all your fault. This was a tremendous failure.
Are not foreseeing
Alright.
that our names would have to be
It
put
bites. Alright.
Save him, duck. Save him.
Ovum takes 5 damage.
He's dead.
Okay. And another night will pass unless you guys have plans that night in town.
I
We're
think-
waiting 3
I
days.
think we're waiting 3 days.
We're trying the odds again.
Okay.
Zoka's gonna wander out there and see how his duck is.
When is he wandering out there?
The morning after.
Yeah.
Okay. The duck's had his head torn off,
Oh.
and
Is that what you wanted?
Ovum's been destroyed.
Well,
It's just a puddle.
Yeah.
well, he carries the duck back, the duck body.
Okay.
If it's
What the
intact, make
I
some
don't
food out of that.
Weird
Okay.
shit.
Alright. If you're waiting for the next lottery,
This
you
duck.
do need to incur expenses.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you will go hungry or have nowhere to sleep.
We don't want that.
Expenses will incur.
There are you staying in town now, just keeping a low profile?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Eating
that's
scraps off the ground.
That's 14 characters.
Yeah.
For 2 more days of food and board. So that's going to be, we'll say, I'm just going to say 70 copper for lodgings and food for everyone for two more days.
How much do you think an ounce of mithril will get me to sell?
Who are you going to try to sell it to?
A blacksmith.
The blacksmith?
Yeah.
Okay. The blacksmith will give you 12 silver pieces for the
Okay.
ounce of mithril.
I will sell it.
Okay.
I'm gonna cover 20 of this total copper here. Somebody else can cover that.
How much
So that's
per,
awful.
per, how
Yeah,
much
what
per
is 70
person?
divided by
10
4?
That's
copper.
120 copper
Copper.
is what you got for that.
Oh,
70
he's a
divided by
rich man.
4, that's just under 20, above 10. I don't know,
Like 17?
17 or
7.
something in that area.
I'll pay 20.
You
So
tore out the small box
Yes.
from the okay.
I paid 20, there's 50 left, so 12.5 amongst.
Hold on.
Wait a second.
Say again. What was the number?
I'll
70.
pay 20 as
70
well.
divided by 4.
I'll pay 20 as well. Leo
So it's
will.
15 between me and Thomas.
Yeah.
17.5.
Yeah.
So you two
Round
pay
it down.
15, we're paying 20.
Yeah.
All right.
I owed it anyway.
Wait, what are we paying?
15, 15, 20, 20.
Okay, it's the next lottery.
All right, let's roll those 2.
Yeah.
2. I'm not.
No,
rolling.
you're not rolling.
I'm rolling
You're
this
gonna have
shit.
Phil do it.
I rolled fairly well. Let's see. Okay, 55 on the
Oh,
first
We're
roll.
already,
That's
we're
it.
already fine. We're already
I
fine.
got 33.
There you go.
You
That's
see?
how you do. That's how you do it.
Owen's
Yeah.
gonna haunt you.
Yeah.
He's gonna come back as a ghost.
The Jarl holds up the piece of paper and squints at it. Looks over to Silaroo, who just
I don't know.
appears that the
Oh my
the
god.
widow Yume's name has been drawn. I suppose we will have to proceed to he just falters and says, well, she shall be summoned.
Oh my god.
Let's
Oh my
get
god.
gooder.
Get it.
dangerous.
Oh my god.
Okay, so the Jarl and his thanes withdraw quietly. It's at noon, so after the allotted time for making peace, a hoary woman is brought out.
Real horror.
What does that mean?
No, it's like white. That's like white-haired and
okay.
haggard. Yeah. I'm Hoary.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Corey.
Yep. And they lead the wretch out to the standing stones.
And do we see this?
So
We saw
this
her?
is the woman we talked to.
Different woman.
Do any of you go in for a close look?
Oh yeah.
Oh, for
Oh
that.
yeah.
Okay.
This is the horrid
All right.
woman we
There's no mistaking it. Some effort has been made to obscure the features of whoever this is. It is. You all recognize that this is definitely not the witch inside of the cabin.
Oh my god! Oh my god! We gotta abduct the real
They
one.
found some woman.
So
probably
the Jarl is
horror
working
in
with
the
Cracked
real.
in, yeah.
the Jarl is working
Yeah.
with the witch.
Or he really is afraid.
I think he's,
Oh.
We gotta
witch.
make this shit public.
I think he's really afraid of her.
Yeah. Someone should announce it.
Someone should announce it.
I'm not.
You.
I've lost a man already.
Dog?
I don't. One of your dogs. Better than
Dog?
Prawn.
So this is in town still.
They are approaching the gates to head outside of town, right? So you're in the town square. Town
There you
square
go,
is
town
where,
square.
yeah,
Where everything happens.
yeah.
Let's see. Actually, let me look between my.
This whole campaign.
No,
is called
it
the
has
Town
to
Square.
be Mikey. Mikey has
It's
a
gotta be
personality.
Mikey. Gotta be Mikey.
Mikey
It's
has
like
a
a mob
personality
thing.
of
It's
8.
gotta be
The
Mikey.
most expendable.
No, Dong is the most expendable.
They're all dogs.
They're all Dong. Well, Mikey's the weaver, so he leaves
Just
like the
do
cream.
it.
He's gonna
Dog.
weave a tail.
Weave a tail.
Right.
Okay. I will run upside all of them.
Run upside
Yeah,
where it
upside.
is.
This,
Side 'em.
this is not the Warhammer guy.
No.
Okay, yeah,
He's not
still
here.
keeping
He's
up-
not.
He's not here.
He's not here.
Right,
Nah,
shadows. Eating rats.
He lives in the shadow.
Max rat.
How do you say it? How do you show it?
Just this is
Do it.
So
This is
we
shadow.
we all agree though that it's not her.
Yeah,
We all could
certainly
tell.
not.
You all met with the
Doesn't
widow
anyone else
in
in the
person
town know?
and can recognize
Yeah, we
her.
ran train
And
on her house.
again, like I said, like this older woman's hair has been like matted down over her face. It's kind of obscuring her features. There's probably been some care taken to make her look
Sure.
different, but you recognize the widow from.
Do they think like no one's ever gonna find out about this?
I
Has no one
guess
ever
they
seen
don't.
her?
Yeah.
What, like, aren't they?
She stays inside.
How does she
I
survive?
think. Magic.
Yeah, it could be magic.
Does she pay the Jarl taxes?
Mikey with a very
I
low
was gonna say,
personality.
aren't they
Like,
gonna sell
that
off the
doesn't
house
look
now?
like the widow.
Yeah, I want to buy her house.
It's to buy her house.
Yeah.
Now that she's
Alright,
gone.
so Mikey has issued his
Well, I have
objection.
two coppers to all my names.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
he just sold Mithril, so
Yeah.
I'll take his money.
all right,
Unless he leaves tonight.
and
Take his money.
Strong dog.
Up for grabs.
Every time you leave.
okay,
Here's your money.
and the first time you say it, no one pays you much heed. The mob makes its own noise as they're
Oh,
leading her
God.
out, and
I shout louder.
That's
Is there-
That's not the witch. We met the witch.
okay.
Is there a passage
At
to
this now, people are starting to pay attention to you, and Father Biakum comes up to you and he says, yeah, perfect. He says, "Do not speak such foolishness. Of course, this is the widow."
Oh, yes?
I have eyes, old man. Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth.
You would dare.
I'm gonna go to the witch's house right now.
I think everyone should.
Yeah.
Let's go see.
So you
Let's go see the witch.
newcomers claim to know our own townsfolk
We
better
spoke.
than us.
We spoke with her.
I'm going to the witch's house.
He says, "Come now. There's a very simple way to resolve this.
Yeah, going to the witch's house.
And if that's the witch being dragged out of town, the witch's house will be empty.
Yeah, it'll be up for sale.
He ungags the haggard woman, and he says, "For all who are present, are you the widow? You may." She goes, "Yes."
Going to the witch's house. Artemis is gonna run off.
Did it sound at all like the widow
I mean,
that we had to?
Oh, it's
like
not her.
very.
No, it's
not
it's
at
not
all.
her. It's not. It's some poor old woman who has either been, threatened or promised
are the,
to.
are the masses still assembled?
Oh yeah.
Has no one here seen the widow before?
All of them just are shaking their head no, and the Jarl spurs his horse to the front of the column and says, "Now what is the meaning of this?" He was like further back and wasn't hearing what the commotion was
I
about.
believe there's
You
some
ran
kind of
her-
foul play with this drawing. You draw one name and you tie up another.
This is the widow.
We met her the other day. This is not her.
He says, "No, assuredly, this is her. Speak. I am the widow, you may."
Did I make it to our house yet?
Artemis was the one who ran.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just running straight to her house.
Yes.
Okay. You are very near to her door. He says, "Now, you will be imprisoned if you continue to impede justice."
My men slink off into the shadow.
Okay. So you're not going to impede justice.
No,
Okay.
not for imprisonment. No.
No. He says, "These are dark times and we don't need you stirring up trouble where there is none. We must all face this burden with courage." And they continue leading the woman towards the stone.
There's going to be a big old revolt in this town. We're going to be the Jarls after this.
Or dead. And in
No,
prison.
are you leading masses to the witch's house, or what are you doing?
No, he's
I don't know if anyone followed me.
I don't think so.
Were any of the townsfolk convinced? Like, were they curious?
I think they're all kind of scared.
No one followed.
Yeah.
None of the townsfolk followed Artemis. He alone went to the widow's house.
Well, if the people want to believe lies, we'll back off.
Okay. You reach the front door of the widow's house. Do you guys all go back to town then? Or do you witness the binding of the old woman saying so? Okay. So you break off, start heading back to town. Artemis is going to beat you to the widow's house by a good several minutes.
Sure.
Okay.
You find
Is the
like,
music coming from our house?
Well, that's a,
Oh my god.
Just silence. Oh, here we go. It's way over here. That's right. Page. Am I missing a page? Oh, here we go. Okay. You've reached the door. There is no answer.
Kick the door in.
What's her name? May?
You may.
You may.
May?
The widow, you may.
Okay. I'll yell out, "You may."
I see you.
No, that's how you scare me.
The door opens a crack, and a voice wisps out at you. "Is it just you?"
Yes.
All right, you come in quick.
Okay.
And the door opens. You go inside.
Yeah.
All right. As you do, you see the widow is here.
Mm.
There's also a huntsman who has a short sword drawn, and he's just sitting quietly in one corner of the room.
Okay.
And she says, "What are you doing here?" "Oh, yes, I remember you. Part of the exotic group of travelers."
Yes, we made a deal.
We made a
She says, "Did we? What was the deal again?"
You shaved my friend's head for ink and quill.
"That's right. Very good, very good."
Well, your name was drawn at the lottery today,
No, how inconvenient.
and they found some woman and pretended that it was you, and they're parading her out.
Oh, the Jarl's a more sensible man than I gave him credit for.
Right. So now they're saying that your house is for sale because you're dead.
That is also inconvenient.
Just want her house.
He says, well, I'm sure the Jarl will manage things,
My god.
but I will not be evicted from my home.
I mean, are you gonna try to appeal to the court?
If I must.
Okay. Because I mean, if you were dead, I would be interested. You have a really nice home.
She says, well, if you like my home so much, I am...
Why don't you become part of it?
Yeah.
Yes, I,
Yes.
you are a handsome boy.
Oh.
And I...
Would you like an apple?
It's lonely in this cottage.
Mm-hmm.
I've been so
And,
long without
With matrimony,
flesh.
yes, half of everything would be yours, and I would offer assistance in slaying of the hound.
Oh. Okay. So this would be like a pragmatic marriage.
Oh no!
Oh,
It
no.
would be very physical.
She says,
Well, I mean that could be part of
Physical.
pragmatism.
How young are we talking, Artemis?
she
is?
says,
He's a halfling,
Oh,
so I
I'm
think
sure
he's a little older.
our affections may blossom and mature in time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now the Jarl would have to wed us though, and he's trying to pretend you're dead. So
Oh, it would not be the Jarl, but yes, it would. We would make sure it is official.
mm-hmm.
We would have to tiptoe around a bit, but yes, I would very much like a young, strapping husband like you.
What a turn of events this
Okay.
funnel has brought.
Well, I mean, do you leave the house often? Because am I gonna have to arrange all this?
We will dispatch a message, and she goes for her writing tools.
Okay.
And
Wait,
the
actually,
guy,
are we all in there?
the huntsman, who was just, you have no idea who he is or what he's
Right,
doing in his
yeah.
house. He's just slack-jawed in amazement at this exchange.
Yeah.
But he remains silent.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "No, I'm sure he will say something to the effect that until the crisis is over, that the house will not be impeded on,
Mm-hmm.
and we will carry forward with our little arrangement, which I promise will be very beneficial." And she says, "Be a dear and give this to him."
Okay. I'll be back.
Good.
Okay. I'm gonna head out.
I have to leave after this, but I want to find out what it actually says on the paper.
Now, before you leave,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, physical style.
no, there is
Not until we're married.
So we are engaged.
Yeah, I suppose we are.
Give me your word.
Owen died for this.
Your promise. I know that we have fleeting emotions and whims, and that minds may change, but if you are coming to me with this proposal, I must know that it is serious.
Yes, I promise to wed thee.
He's gonna give him
God.
10 gold pieces.
You're gonna get super herpes.
And
You have no, Phil. You don't know what's going on.
no
We
idea.
were heading to the house though, right? We were like on our way
Yeah,
there. We were just delayed.
Technically. Well, because that was the.
I mean, I didn't want to
we
run it
knew
off.
Artemis went.
Don't you walk in on my proposal.
I was wondering like how could this ever become official in the town? But, like,
It won't.
Okay, as when you say the word promise,
Uh-oh.
you see like
Feel locked.
a little wave of euphoria pass over her face.
Nice.
And she takes a jar like at the air and like catches nothing with it, and then you see her bottle it up carefully, and she says, "Oh, how wonderful! Yes, let us be quick. Make sure everything is prepared."
Okay. I will leave.
Okay.
And he comes up to us as we're kind of walking that that way.
Yeah, you're coming back into town.
Widow.
What does the
still
letter
there?
say?
What is what?
The letter.
Oh, it's just a letter to the Jarl saying that let it be stated in the public record of my intention to marry Artemis Wolf. You are charged, or it says payment will be rendered if you prepare the proper ceremony for this.
Okay. So, promised to marry the widow. And I think she put like a hex on me. So
It was good knowing you, buddy.
now here's the thing.
She's still alive.
We have to convince the Jarl to kill her. Otherwise, we're gonna expose this.
Why do we have to have him kill her?
I don't want to marry her.
What have you done?
Hold on. He's obviously very scared of her.
Right.
Why would he
Is
just
he more
kill
scared of her or the town?
Yes. That'll be where I have to go.
Can't we just drop a rock on her house?
It's protected.
From rocks?
I don't know, man.
You should have promised to marry her if she killed the beast.
Well, I think that was in the contract. when
Once
she
we're
said,
married, yes.
Once you're married, she'll help with the hound problem.
It should have been a prerequisite, but
Yeah, it probably should have been.
Prenuptial.
But she probably would only agreed if the
Yeah,
marriage was
yeah.
consummated. At least once. An hour for the
Yeah,
first night.
right.
Oh, goodness. Well, Artemis, you should have probably just gone and let Ovum still be here.
Wow.
Wow.
Well,
This is all your fault, so I don't know if you can talk.
nope, I can't.
She didn't date it or anything, did she?
She backdated it.
It has
not.
it has like her little
Yesterday.
It has like her little seal.
Okay.
Alright, see you guys.
See you,
Bert. Didn't you say when you take care of the wolf after getting married? That's specified. Well, it doesn't matter. You want to have it killed, right?
What if you get it fake officiated, so like she thinks it's done, but it's not really done?
How would you do that?
Take me for example. I could officiate it. I could sign some papers, and then when the deed is done, you can take those papers to the court. And they'll say these are nonsense. And they'll rip them out.
It's worth a try, I suppose.
But I still don't understand. Like, even if we're not trying to do any schemes, how could you follow through with the marriage when she's supposed to be dead? Wouldn't that expose it?
Is she crazy?
Right, I know.
Is she a crazy woman?
Well, she said they would probably have to keep it like under wraps or something like that.
She'll probably arrange to have the ceremony done in the hut.
Yeah. How do we expose this bitch?
The question is, does the Jarl already know?
Know
Yeah,
what?
Of course he
I mean,
does.
of course he does.
And all his stains.
No, his advisor certainly knows.
Scribe.
Maybe. Probably not.
Too many people in the know in this town.
No, there's too little people in the know. We want everyone to know.
I feel like this contract isn't proof to the
No,
common folk.
unfortunately, it's not. It could have been written at any point.
Well,
Okay.
what if we abducted the witch?
Peasants.
Drag her through town. But they don't know what she looks like anyway, so
Right.
they
We don't.
might just think this is a different woman.
Maybe we just take her.
How can we prove?
We don't have to her. We just have to take her, tie her up to the post, and see what she does to the wolf.
We should convince like a wealthy person in town to like purchase her land now that she's dead.
Like they are.
This is too far-fetched.
Okay, well, how about this? What if we don't need her to kill the wolf? Although if she does, it's fine.
I think. Well,
Ask
you're
her.
right. We don't need her. We could go through the tomb. But
That
since
is-
we're here,
That is also true.
since we're here,
We could just do the tomb.
We can just do the tomb itself.
I
and
feel like
then
that's far more dangerous to all of us. Whereas this will probably just fuck over Artemis.
This
And then Gog will die from some random rock, and my level 1 character is going to be Sloopy Dunbar. So.
Okay, no, hold on. I was gonna ask her like, just ask her about the beast. Be like, does it have some weakness, or like, how would you be able to kill it? And just find out.
She'll just cackle and say, magical power!
Is it worth a try? Maybe it's like silver or some kind of material. If you had a special.
Why would she
weapon.
tell us this?
Your fiance.
Yeah, but I haven't done anything.
That needs to change.
This is all this intrigue is far beyond a simple wheat farmer, grave digger, and
Okay, I'm just gonna take this letter to the Jarl, and we're gonna see what he has to say. I want to see his reaction. Because what if I'm married to this woman for like 20 years? No one in the town is going to find out?
How long can she live?
She's a witch. She probably lives forever.
we don't need.
She's going to outlive all of us. And how is she going to kill the wolf without leaving her home?
It doesn't make any sense.
Someone's going to find out about this shit.
Tell the Jarl that. Tell the Jarl that. Just tell the Jarl the truth. Like, what she all plans to do. So.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's go to the Jarl.
But what do we want from the Jarl?
Yeah, why would we go to the Jarl?
I want him to kill her after she kills the beast, and that solves all the problems.
Can't even
'Cause
guarantee.
no one's gonna find out then about his lies.
Why?
But
What
you'll be married to her
leverage do?
already.
What leverage
but
do you have?
till death do us part.
What leverage do you have to get him to agree to do this?
We use the bathroom.
I'm either gonna be married to her in his town,
I don't care.
which will the truth will come out.
Unless people are just willfully just not caring.
Then she could be, instead of being the old widow, she could be just like Mrs. Wolf.
Okay, how about this? If he doesn't attempt to kill her after we're married, I'm gonna convince her, my wife, to take care of the Jarl.
What if he just kills you now when you walk in there and tell him that? Right.
Because I'm engaged to the witch. And he's gonna respect that shit.
Yeah, he would.
If he does anything to me, he is fucked.
What if he does it without the witch?
So so that means the marriage. Yes.
Why do you think this guy is like some master planner? He's parading strange, hoary women out into the street.
I'm just.
I
Trying
told
to
you,
see
this is
the
beyond
angle.
the mind
I'm just trying to
of a
see
weak
the angle.
farmer
Like,
and
it seems
grave
like
digger.
if you're intending to go through with the marriage anyway, then can you just do that?
Because I don't want to be married to her forever.
You don't have to.
She's not going to let me advance. She's going to be strapped in a rape dungeon or something.
But whether you go to the Jarl right now or not, you're planning on marrying her.
Well, right, but I have to go to him to get the marriage to happen. That's what the letter's... That's why she wrote the letter.
Oh, alright.
He doesn't like you at all. No, look, he's facing away from you. It's nothing to do here. Don't do it, Phil.
Is it true? Is it just for the final that you only get XP for killing stuff, or is that for the whole game?
No, actually, you're supposed to get experience when you complete an encounter, whether killing or bypassing or diplomacy, but we haven't really had any encounters. I think for the funnel, basically, once you complete it, you were just level 1. That's usually how it works.
Cat and me did me at a very slow pace.
Alright, what's the plan?
We're just going to the Jarl.
Okay. Eventually you make your way to the Great Hall. The Jarl and his thanes have just returned. Dusk has fallen over the town. And they proceed. Do you want to be waiting inside of the hall for them?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Staring at him.
Okay, you're told to wait in, like, the entryway. Eventually they make their return. And the Jarl just... It's just you, or is the whole assembly here? Of
Squad.
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess.
Okay.
I guess we're all here.
He just rubs his forehead and says, I'm sorry, oh no, that was the last sacrifice. Yeah, it's like, not a month. He says, well, what do you want?
I have a letter for you.
He says, for me?
That's right.
Very well. It's alright. We'll speak privately. He has you come over to, like, his throne, while everyone else is kind of forced to wait at the far side of the hall. And he sits in his chair exhaustedly. His advisor, of course, is right next to him. But apart from the two of them, it's just you. You have privacy.
Mm-hmm.
The Thanes are hanging out with your companions. You guys find the Thanes are always quite amiable and just nice Norse warlords for the most part. And he says, I recognize that seal. And he reads the contents of the message and says, well, if you have endeared yourself to the occupant of the hut near the Great Hall, then I will be happy to assist.
Which is odd, since you just sent her to her death.
He says, it was necessary.
Why is that?
He says, there would be trouble within the walls as well as without, were we to attempt to force her as a sacrifice to the Hound. There would be more blood lost in that exchange than in the volunteer that went in her stead.
So you're afraid of her?
He says, well, I am afraid of her in the same way that we all have fear of the Hound. There are some foes that cannot be matched with brute force, not always. And I would be remiss to send her unless the hour grew very dark indeed. As I said, someone stood up in her place, and now the town need not inquire further about the widow Yume's name.
So if she were to become hostile, you and your Thanes would be unable to put her down.
Then we would have to try. But as of now, she's not threatening the safety of the town.
Not yet.
You are to be her future husband. Why are you so apprehensive?
Well, she has promised to assist in killing the beast after we're wed.
A fine boon.
Yes. And once she does so, I want you to kill her.
He says, if the Hound of Herot is slain, I will be inclined to grant whatever request you ask of me. If this includes what you speak of, then we can see that is done quickly and as tactfully as possible.
Will you shake on it?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, then arrange a wedding.
I will send one of the Silent Brothers to perform the ceremony. Father Biakum would probably avoid
I don't know how that works,
Oh, charades.
Father Biakum will absolve the brother of his vow for this for this sacred rite.
Okay.
Charade.
Very good.
Okay. The widow sends you a message saying that for a wedding gift, she requires a full head of a dead person's hair. And this is, in the message, it's also stated that this will be of assistance to you in preparing for the Hound. So it has use to you as well. But do not expect her to be able to help without this gift.
They burn all the bodies.
No, you just have to kill somebody else.
It's gonna be you, Phil!
Find a beggar.
Well, what about Ovum? His body's still there. Although that was 3 days ago. Oh, there was the woman the hoary woman.
Yeah, let's go check
Let's
out.
go, yeah.
That's today.
Just
That's
check
right
out.
now.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
She's still there.
She is. Yeah.
We'll just shave her head. Perfect.
Well, she has to be dead first.
So is it after you dead when you take
fuck.
it?
Or is it
does
dead metaphorically?
Yeah,
Like,
or
oh,
is it
she's
like-
a dead woman?
No, I mean, you guys, listen. Time has passed. She was brought out at dusk.
Oh, you're right. It was dust.
That's when Artemis ran to the
Yeah.
so that she is very likely dead by now.
So it happens right away.
It only takes the Hound about half an hour usually to show up.
Well,
So
then fine. We'll just go get her hair.
Alright.
Yep.
Let's head out there.
Hopefully it's still there.
well, you won't be allowed to pass through the gate. It remains sealed under orders of the Jarl during the night. So you would have take.
We can wait during the morning, probably, right?
Probably.
You could try going out at first light. Yes.
Yeah.
Who's gonna take the hair before morning?
Right. Nobody likes hair.
Okay. So is that the plan?
That's the plan.
Okay, and I'll just keep things moving. You're the first ones out the gate. It looks like Father Biakum and the brothers were eventually going to go out there to retrieve the body, but they're in no such hurry as you guys are. And you find the dead woman tied to the slab. Her body has been, she's been slain, but the head of hair is wonderfully intact.
Perfect. Let's get it done.
Okay.
Oldham had the only knife.
Yeah, but I have 2 knives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Artemis himself will do it.
Okay. Very good. Let's see. Hair is retrieved.
Perfect.
Yep. So you've got your full head of dead person's hair, and as far as the widow's concerned, the sooner that the ceremony takes place, the better.
Yeah, I guess that's true for me
And
as well.
especially with the sacrifices, it means one less person will have to die, depending on how long it takes. Okay. So you will need to. You assume that the communication's been sent to the chapel, so you'll only need to return with the wedding gift for the widow for things to commence.
All right. Let's do it.
Okay.
Anything
Got
but
no,
the funnel.
No
anything.
patience for tombs.
We could have blown through that tomb. I mean, it would cost us like a few men, but
Yeah, and a few
I think
said we
More
have
than a
guaranteed
few.
losses.
yeah,
you'd be lucky to all have 1 at the end of it.
yeah. My characters are all at 1 HP. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a 4 HP character once.
Okay.
Got him myself. Kid.
She takes the hair. Gives you. She fusses over it for a while, and then after some weaving, the hair is turned into a pair of shackles, and she hands them back over to you, saying that if applied with skill, this will bind the hound, allowing you to do him the harm that mortal weapons would not normally permit.
Gotta put these on his feet.
Great. That's gonna be your job.
She says, I've also decided it would be improper for us to be wed until the hound is slain.
Ah. Very well.
She says, I must think for the future, and with these tools, you will be able to do the task.
Then we will set out.
Okay. Bless you. So, you will want to add those to your inventory. You can call them widow hair shackles. Okay. And she says, while this will bind the hound and prevent it from eluding death, you will need to make sure you have a suitable weapon to do the job. I hear a nearby tomb has one such spear.
But I thought you said the shackles would allow it to be killed by a mortal weapon.
Have you heard of the Night Watchman? The leader. Let me get his name.
Does that come full time? You look comfortable.
Yeah, let's see.
Full range of motion. Ultimate comfort.
Now they were able to reduce the hound to nothing but a body, but it turned into a black mist and escaped them after doing so. With the shackles in place, it will not do so. However, I am simply saying that you will need to be prepared, for the beast will still be difficult to slay. but you will be able to finish the deed with these.
How do we get the hair shackles on it?
Why, with great daring and dexterousness, of course.
Are the shackles like? Do they feel like hair?
There's
They're just all soft.
at the same time, while they do feel kind of like these little cords, if you make any attempt to like break them or test their elasticity, you feel almost like a magnetic force in them that these are definitely magically imbued.
It's like Fenrir shackles.
Yeah.
Just gotta get on the wolf somehow.
So while it's sleeping, you're gonna sneak in there.
Does it
While
sleep?
sleeping.
Yeah, and you're gonna slip these on there.
Then the bard thing like it lives in the sleeps in the.
I don't know.
I think we set a trap. Just we put an offering out like normal.
Yeah.
And we hide,
Okay.
and then when it's going to ravish, we are like, gotcha.
How do you get on the wolf's paw? Like,
Yeah. Well.
He has to bring his hand back to do the ravishing.
Man.
You just put a cuff on it.
Okay. Who's the bait?
The next person.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
the
just
next
mean the
person.
next person. Okay. And then once it's shackled, we all just
Yeah.
stab it to death.
Well, actually, I mean, at this point, why don't we just tell the Jarl and he can have his thanes do it,
Seems like a lot smarter. Yeah.
or at least help. Well, actually, they can just do it.
We're fucking peasants.
Yeah. Let's just tell the Jarl.
You're gonna go tell the
We're better equipped for this.
I love just like the campaign that's all about just hiring and just
This is what
manipulating
peasants do.
peasants telling jarls what to do, telling things to kill things for them.
We're not telling them. We're just
I mean,
assisting
if he
them.
wants the beast dead.
Yeah.
This is how.
He seemed like that he definitely wanted the beast dead.
And since you're not married to her yet, you can even have to kill her.
She like did a hex on me though, and I
Oh,
made
you
a
don't have
promise.
to marry her. Yeah.
She has to die.
But you should actually get married first so that your name's on the house. If that's how this works. But first things first.
What do you mean my name's on the house?
If you're not married, how are you gonna get our house?
Yeah, you need to
I
be
don't
married.
want our house.
What do you want?
I want to get the fuck away from this town.
You can sell her house if you own it.
for money.
But once we're married, I feel like we're like binded.
I can't afford a single meal more.
We might be like.
Yeah, we're gonna be dead in this
We
town
might
from
be-
starvation.
Actually, can we even wait till the next drawing? Oh no, we don't need to if we tell the Jarl.
I might be bound in like some demonic pact.
Probably. So why you try to kill her then? She's just.
Before we're bound. in a
Maybe
demonic
she
pact.
bound you, and if she dies, the demon's gonna come eat your soul.
Who knows?
Even if it's not my fault. That's not fair.
That's
Even
not
if it's
fair.
Okay, let's go to the Jarl. Let's go talk to the Jarl.
Jarl Carl.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's the next day.
Mm-hmm.
He is
I had to beg for food.
he is having his noontime sup, and he defers to have you speak with him private, or like you may approach him.
Right.
And he says, "Yes."
Well, my fiance has carried through her end of the bargain. She has given us a magical artifact that will assist in slaying the beast once and for all. But I cannot do it alone.
Silaru speaks and says, "Well, you are not alone. It is common knowledge you go traipsing about with that great band of heroes."
We are but foresters and merchants. We are not warriors.
Yet you have done something truly impressive in coming to amiable terms with the mad widow Yimei.
Well, that's a far cry from slaying a great beast.
Yes. Well, Herod cannot afford to send out his thanes beyond the walls on this gamble. If the thanes fall in this...
Huron
Weird.
can't afford not to send its things?
We are listening to Father Biakum's methods that in time the burden of sin will be lifted off the town with enough sacrifices. You have done good investigative work, certainly, but do not expect help from the Great Hall. And the Jarl says, Silaru speaks for me as well in this matter. The Thanes are here to protect the town should the beast come through the walls.
I will let the widow know then that you are not willing to help.
You may say to her what you wish.
Yes, I may. And I will turn to leave.
Okay, you are allowed to.
Well, we could gather up townspeople.
To slay the beast.
Mm-hmm.
Brave townspeople.
Better odds of that than...
Well, I mean,
Okay.
might as well
Some
try.
people might. I'm sure some people are
If I show them these magical shackles that the widow has given us.
Yeah, and I think they don't want to keep doing the lottery.
Right. Once we shackle it,
Right.
we just have to slay it.
Like we can even cast the shadows if someone like cares, like and be like, hey, break out of these.
Well, I don't know if we can open them again.
One way or another, we can remove the shackles. But no, we don't want that.
Okay.
They can just feel it.
Let's head to the Wolf
They'll
Spear and proselytize and
Alright. Yep.
recruit.
Put up flyers.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because we have a couple days.
Yeah.
So.
there was a sacrifice yesterday. Yep, so tomorrow there will be another.
I bet that barkeeper, he probably wants to stop the sacrifices.
Yeah. He's losing business.
I mean, he's already lost his daughter or whatever.
Right. I don't know how you remember that shit.
That was how the session, or the setting began. That was the first one who was brought
Oh
out.
my god.
Yep,
Steel trap.
Yes. Seriously.
yep.
They're all just hoary to me.
Okay, 2d12 for the Wolf Spear.
Phil?
Here's 1d12.
Roll big. Roll big or
First
go
D12
home.
is a 12.
Yeah!
Second d12
This how many boons we get?
is a 12.
Oh,
Max
there are 24 patrons crammed inside the Wolf Spear. Seems like there's been a lot of good things to talk about in town. The rumors that maybe that wasn't the widow who was taken out there. The slain militiaman in town, one of the dead outlanders who was found on the Palisades, they say. Another one was taken to the stones, yet the wolf keeps coming. They're all abuzz with conversation. When will our sins be paid off, as Father Biakum insists? And in enters the adventurers. Okay.
So, Artemis will take out the shackles. And he'll leap up onto a table. And he will
Dramatic.
Yes.
Okay.
My newfound friends, the time has come to end this bloodbath that has affected Hurot. The Jarl has lied to you. The widow still lives. And she has given me these shackles, imbued with powerful magics. These will bind the creature, so that we may slay it once and for all. But I cannot do it alone. I need your assistance.
One of them says, "You were chosen for the lottery, but that brave man stood up in your stead."
And I seek to avenge him.
You know that these will work?
Guaranteed.
Guarantee.
And another one asked, "And all of these with you, will they fight alongside us?" Referring to the other 13 adventurers.
They shall. And with our superior numbers, we will overpower this beast.
What was your background occupation?
A traitor.
A trader. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you definitely would have made sales pitches before.
Oh yeah, this is a
This
sales
is a sales pitch.
Yeah.
So that's a D20, modified by your personality,
Yep.
and you get an additional +2. One for the fact that they know that someone took your stead, so someone like acknowledges you as great worth, and that you can command at least 14 of the party.
That is 18.
Okay. 9 of them pledge to come with you.
Yes.
And
Excellent.
so you've got a noble throng. They have farmers' weapons, though one of them has a short sword, as he's a member of the Night's Watch who will go.
Awesome.
And he has some armor as well.
Well, we're
He
gonna.
says-
Hard body.
Yeah, he's a hard body.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna follow the sacrificial procession tomorrow, and we will prevent them from being killed when we slay the beast.
Okay. Those who are sworn to your cause give out a cheer, raising their mugs or improvised weapons, and there's a new aura of optimism and hope in the tavern that perhaps the dark days of Heroes are coming to an end.
I hope so. It's gonna be dark days for all of us out there on that hill.
Forever.
Fuck that tune.
So, Gyro's really not been feeling well, so I am aborting mission a bit early tonight. I apologize.
It's time.
We will resume at the start of next session immediately with the confrontation. Any preparations you want to make in between now and then, just you can send it in chat and we can resolve it. Like if there's something you want to buy or something, or if you have other plans or NPC interactions even. But that way, Mert will be here for the fight with the wolf, and it'll be good stuff. So
Steal the rest of Mert's money off his character.
Oh yeah.
okay.
That's my only plan left.
The last thing I do is request.
Yeah, is there anything someone thinks of right now while I'm packing up?
There's not much we can really do.
No, I mean you've got your equipment. You've used a lot of your resources.
I mean, how much does leather armor cost?
That I can tell you quick.
If
You want to buy some leather armor for yourself? That will cost you.
Yeah, Myrtle finance it.
Of course you will.
Mert is just endless bank.
He's the bank.
He's the bank.
If you want some leather armor, oh my god, they don't have a cost. They have cost for weapons.
So what's the cheapest good weapon?
Stack
I bet that Warhammer would fetch a nice price.
Oh yeah. 3-session phone.
Just
Yep.
some Mert's.
Yeah, although this one, I apologize. I've truncated it a bit.
No worries.
And we had a bit of a late start, but I think we might resolve it next session. All right.
2 sessions of lollygagging around
I'm gonna say
to no effect.
No. Very little.
The effects come.
okay. A longsword is worth 10 gold. So
Oh,
I'm gonna put leather armor just below the value of a longsword at 7 gold pieces.
So that's 700 copper.
Yes.
Astronomical.
My
Never
God,
seen
we have to
that.
sell that Warhammer real fast.
Nos should have just left town and lived off his leather armor. Sold it.
Yeah, but that's
If
not.
you leave town, you're dead instantly.
Yeah, I know.
We're trapped in this.
Well, no.
bubble.
I mean,
You should have made
if
a
you
living
like,
here.
if you make a break for it, you'll have like a solo encounter with the hound.
With
Yeah.
the swamp jackal.
Yeah.
Get swamp
Or swamp jackals or something like
Swamp
that.
There's a
jacks in
warning.
the woods.
If you
There's a
choose to
warning.
ignore the warning of 2 stray dogs,
2 stray dogs staring at you.